And that was I Can't Handle Change by Roar. And welcome to Radio Graffiti on Newgrounds Radio. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Tonight we have two very special guests. Newgrounds natives, Mike Karf and how do you say
Hey,
your
how's
last
it
name,
going?
Adam?
Mikowicz. Adam
Mikowicz.
Mikowicz.
Adam
Yeah.
Mikowicz. And you
Yeah,
can
it's
find
Polish.
yeah,
It's hard to say.
I was gonna say Mikey Wicks, but then I was like, no, that's not how
Close,
that
yeah.
goes. But yeah, this is Mike Karf and Adam Mikowicz
Yeah,
of
you
Hey,
can just call
yeah.
me Adam. It's all right.
yeah
Yeah.
of Bridge Kids fame on Newgrounds. And
How's it
for
going?
everybody that doesn't know, just letting people know who you guys are, you can find Adam at Nihaho at Newgrounds, spelled
Yeah.
Nihaho. And Mike, you can find him at Mike Karf, Mikecarf, no space. And
Right.
yeah, no, thank you guys for coming on the show tonight.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks.
For everybody tuning in right now, Mike and Adam released the next episode of Bridge Kids on Newgrounds. Which episode was it? I think 6 you guys are at right now.
Episode 5.
Episode
Yeah.
5, whoops. But yeah,
All good.
I keep feeling like there's more than there are. But
Yeah, so basically what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to stop listening to this and go watch our episode right now. But
Yeah.
then come back.
come back. We'll be talking like in 10
Yeah.
minutes. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
like, for anybody that's gonna be tuning in later on, I'm gonna be putting it on the screen, just where you can find both Mike and Adam on Newgrounds, because
Sick.
I'm just showcasing your guys' work. Mike, both you guys, I went to school with both of you guys. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. I think I was a year below you, or
Yeah.
2 years or something.
You were originally 2 years below me, but then I had to take a medical leave, and then you became 1 year below me.
Okay, yeah. I was both.
Yeah.
Both of those.
So it's all correct anyways. And I graduated with Mike. Same
Yep.
year.
Yeah, I
And-
think we had a same internship at Augenblick too.
Oh yeah, we were at Augenblick together. I don't think we were there at the
Working
same
on-
time. At
I don't know. I remember at least 1 week. I don't remember seeing you after like 1 week, but like you did it was like my first day on the job, I remember, and I was working on this Bill Maher Nazi thing. It was like a terrible political cartoon, and it had like Bill Maher having a Nazi on his show or something.
Oh
I think-
yeah, no, yeah. I remember seeing the storyboards for that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I ran into you.
Yeah, no.
there.
I did remember seeing you like really early on, and then I think we got different days when we were working there
Oh yeah.
specifically. No, it was tons of fun. Augenblick was like my first like actual studio experience.
Yeah,
And
same for me.
huge learning experience. I had a lot of fun working there. And then I have not got the chance to work there yet. I've interviewed people that have worked at Augenblick since though, which was a ton of fun.
That's cool. Yeah, I remember Keith Stack being cool.
Yeah.
I think he has like a fucking crazy popular webcomic now about
Yeah.
like lesbians that
Yeah. Keith,
Yeah, like,
See him
dude.
all over Twitter now. Yeah.
Leslie
Yeah.
and Brienne is what it's called. Let me see if I can find that real fast.
Yeah.
Because for everybody like listening in, you can search Keith Stack on. He's more active on Twitter. He used to be super active on Newgrounds. He has the GeoCities too, and he was also our boss, Mike and I's boss for like.
Yeah, he was the lead animator, I think, right?
Yeah. Yep, he was
Yeah.
the, I think, director for.
No, really?
Yeah,
Oh wow.
for a lot of it
Yeah, he was
because
very very nice, and he loved Sonic and the Genesis, and I very briefly talked to him about Dynamite Heady, the video game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I never got that much of a chance to talk with him. during the internship that I was working.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was like the briefest fucking. It was generous to call it a conversation, really.
Yeah. I think everyone there was just busy most of the time. So nobody got
Yeah,
a
definitely. I was like irrationally nervous about like blowing everything because I didn't know Flash and I didn't haven't it was the first time on the job, so I was just like pulling my hair out trying to figure coloring on the wrong layer and then having to like undo hours of horrible patchy color work where it's on like six different layers, and it was a mess. But
No, it's I mean, for me that job was really fun because I predominantly use Flash. I still use Flash to this day. And you guys are doing
yeah.
bridge kits in Flash now, right?
Oh yeah, well, no.
Yeah.
Now I am the biggest Flash defender. Me and Adam. Adam was on the Flash train before me,
Yeah.
and now I have like become a fucking. I'm a Flash
Yeah, now
extremist.
I've been using like Flash for like 10 years at this point, but like at least, but now like Mike knows more about Flash than I do.
Yeah. No, it's Flash is a hyper versatile program. It's clunky at first. I've had the luck of it never crashing on me.
Never, still never.
Still never.
Yeah,
Uh,
nowadays it doesn't really crash that much anymore. Like it'll hang for like a while if you're doing like a really complicated like symbol thing, but I haven't really
Dude, mine crashes all the fucking time. I don't know. I don't
oh
know. Yeah, like it's the more shit that's in there, the more it crashes. Like, um,
Oh,
definitely.
I
Yeah.
keep my files super light. I think that's why. But yeah.
Yeah, like there was a file. I couldn't tell you the name of it, but on this episode we did episode 5, where I was like yelling at my computer because all I wanted to do was shift Mo's pupils down with you press the down arrow key to shift something down.
Yeah, yeah.
I pressed the down arrow key, and the program inexplicably just shut off. Like no warning, no save as, and I was like, what the fuck? So I open it again, and I still have the same thing on my mind. So I'm like, I go to the same frame to shift this pupil down, and it crashed again, and I'm like, what the fuck? So then I make a new file, and I'm like, is it just because, like, is it just me pressing the down key? Did I like rebind the down key to crash the program or
yeah.
something? And I'm like fucking with things, and no, it's all fine. No, it was just that one frame, those certain pupils and that certain like coordinate that crashed the program. I had to like just like zoom in a bunch, click with my mouse, and like drag them down by hand.
No,
Um, yeah.
I get similar bugs in Flash. Usually when I'm trying to fill like a particular section, it would just like completely fill an entire area within Flash for
Yeah.
like a particular frame or whatever, and it always bothers me because I have to go back or do like multiple undos to figure out what caused that to happen. It's
Yeah.
finicky. Flash is finicky, but it does the job pretty
It's
well.
it's meant for simple art. Like
Yeah,
it.
definitely.
Yeah.
It's like I feel like with like the it's also good for like it's pretty simple to learn. I feel like with like Toon Boom and like TV Paint, like the what's it called?
Barrier to
Um,
entry.
yeah, barrier to entry is a lot higher because there's just so much like complicated shit that you can like add on to everything in there because like Toon Boom is practically its own compositing program as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
And that program's ugly as hell. That is the ugliest fucking program I've ever seen.
Thank you for saying it because goddamn, um, I do use Toon Boom stuff for whenever I work on storyboards. Like when I've done
Hmm.
storyboards professionally, I've had to work in Storyboard Pro,
Yeah.
and what I wound up doing is just I made my own version of Storyboard Pro look and work exactly like Flash. So
Hmm.
all the shortcuts are the same. Everything that I need is there. I don't know if Toon Boom has symbols because I didn't never really mess that much with Toon Boom.
It,
Like,
it does, but it's not this like the same, or it just has like a completely different mindset to how you want to go about animating with it. It's better for um having really like complex rigs and stuff. Uh, But like, yeah, I feel like I mean, this is the case for both of them, but it's definitely a lot more evident that like Toon Boom is like an animation software made by programmers. You know?
Yeah, I can see that. It's very
Yeah.
technical. It's more
Yeah.
technical than
Yeah.
Flash. And
I've just seen so many like dumb, like just people who like don't care. You know, people who never use tweens, never use um, symbols, never use nodes in Toon Boom. They just like are like, I like the brush better in Toon Boom, so Toon
Yeah.
Boom's
ah,
better.
I
Yeah.
And
hate
like they
that.
don't know any of the fucking tools. It's so common. And
It's
yeah, like you should. If they knew what I was doing with symbols, I have a twisted mind with symbols. My symbols, I could talk for 2 hours just about symbol usage and
oh,
symbol swapping.
I mean,
Uh,
same here. I mean, again, I've been using Flash for a long time, and I remember my final back when we were at SVA. Whew, I had so many scenes with deeply nested symbols and looping frames and animations, and how I handle lip sync. I
mhm.
use symbols just for lip sync or
Yeah, I
audio.
remember you were the first person I ever saw to use the auto lip sync feature.
I used it just to get like the major building blocks of things done,
Hmm.
and then I would adjust like very minorly whenever.
Yeah,
But yeah, I I
I
mean,
don't think I could trust that because even after I like fine tune my lip sync for hours, I'll look at the episode and be like, it looks D6, something's off. So I
Yeah.
don't think I could put my trust into the program because even after me and Adam both fuck with it for hours, I'll still just because all I look at is the fucking mouths now. I don't even look at
the
that like
whole
the character.
animation,
Like,
yeah,
yeah, I can't even pretend they're actual characters. I can just look at like frames.
I feel
But
that. No, for me,
yeah.
it's I did use the auto lip sync to save time, mostly,
Hmm.
and it blocks out
Were they
most.
were they mouth flaps or were they like actual like mouth shapes? Like were
Uh,
they anime style?
yeah, they were mostly mouth. Oh, well, no, I had jaws and mouths on separate
Hmm.
symbols. So the jaw would animate properly. It's just the mouth sometimes gave me a lot of issues because
Yeah.
the different sounds that needs to be like mashed up to the actual
So
like
did you have to
phonetics.
hand pick then? Like, cause the I would like when I think of that, I would think like that would be a nice feature to do. But then you have to every time you're doing mouths, like you'd have to, right? Did you have to individually pick the jaw and the mouth? Like, you have to do twice per mouth?
For me, it was mostly just the mouth that was what I need to adjust because like
Oh, okay.
I had like three jaw shapes for each character whenever they were moving,
Mm-hmm.
and for the mouths, what I used the auto lip sync tool for was specifically to figure out like the phonetics, so it could break it in like into frames or into keyframes for me, and then I would just manually pick between those, so I don't need to adjust the keyframes myself.
Okay.
But
Interesting.
I haven't used it since because I've had more time now. Because that was back when like we were working under deadlines for thesis.
Yeah, you that was like what, 10 minutes that you did?
Yeah, I did like I think 8 minutes was like the actual like bulk of it. 10 minutes was like credits and everything,
Oh, okay.
and
I
it was
remember
mostly
like
talking. That was my first time ever doing like actual like dialogue for animation because I usually do silent films. But
yeah, I
Yeah.
remember like for my films, like all throughout like SVA, I was really stupid with my lip sync because I wouldn't have like any symbol at all. I would just have different drawings, and I'd be like, all right, here's where the A mouth is. Let me just go back to the last point that was, copy that frame, paste
Yeah.
it. Okay, here's an M mouth. All right, let me find the last place that was used. I just do it.
oh,
Yeah,
that
Yeah,
would
dude,
drive me
and I'm
insane.
like, this is, but no, because I'm like a because I'm a psycho. I was just like, this is fun. I love doing lip sync.
Yeah.
Yeah,
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 I didn't use mouth packs till I was out of school either. It's crazy because like we, we were in school. Like 4 minutes felt like so much. You had a whole year to do for like 4 or 5 minutes.
yeah.
And me and Adam fucking wound up animating, um, the animation part for episode 4 in like a month. Like I mean, we had help, but like we did
Yeah.
like 14 minutes of animation in a month with Bridge Kids, and because we're using symbols and we're just thinking smarter about things. Uh,
Just a
but
flex, It's no big deal.
yeah,
It's
we're
not a
just
big deal.
flexing. Yeah, we just
Yeah.
make yeah.
14 minutes. It's not a big deal.
But thank you guys for mentioning Bridge Kids because I want to get into like actually talking about Bridge Kids.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
But
let's stop talking about flash symbols.
Yeah.
yeah.
I think a lot of people just kind of glazed over.
Yeah, they're fucking killing themselves.
Yeah.
No, it's I mean like on Newgrounds you got a lot of Flash animators still to this day. So like this is stuff that people like enjoy listening to, I would say. But and also like this gave people enough time to watch Bridge Kids and tune back in. So we can start talking about it.
So now that you're back from watching Bridge Kids episode 5, and if you're just tuning in now, you should stop listening. You should go watch Bridge Kids episode 5.
Yeah, watch it.
And then come back.
Just listen to both and not understand either,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But speaking of, I'm also like showing your Patreon on screen right now. For people watching on YouTube, for everyone listening live right now, you can go to Patreon and search Bridge Kids, no space, and you can find Bridge Kids on there. It's an up and coming project. These guys have been working for a long. How many years have you guys been working on Bridge Kids? Like 3 right now? 4?
I think this might start our third.
We started in 2021.
Oh yeah, no, we actually just had. So we do the Patreon thing. One of our tiers is the stickers. So like people will give us $10 a month. Every single month in the mail, they'll get a new sticker. I write like a handwritten card and do a drawing, and get to the companies the sticker. And we actually in January, that was the 2-year anniversary of the first one, and I actually sent out the sticker was like the homeless guy that they push off the bridge. So yeah, it's just about 2 years, a little longer, that we started this.
Yeah, but there was like a big gap between like the first episode when we decided to come back to it and be like
Yeah.
let's make this I think it was like honestly like half a year before.
Well, the first episode was a 48-hour thing that our friend Katya was doing. She was hosting a 48-hour thing that we took part in, and then I think Adam was like kind of busy with work, and we were like, we got to make something quick, and I was like just like getting really into Flash, so I was like, all right, well, I know about symbols and stuff, so that's fine, and like we just made some stupid shit up, and Fugger and Lars have never changed from that pack that we built, so they're emotionally limited, but it kind of works for their characters that they can't emote or anything.
Fugger looks like, even at this point, like Fugger looks different every episode because we never like it took all the way until like this episode for us to finally have his actual like
his final
design.
Yeah, because in the first one he has the jacket open because we had to show that he was wearing 4 layers of jacket.
Yeah.
The plot.
That was the joke.
And the second episode he was dressed up as Hunter S. Thompson.
Yeah.
In the third one he was Morpheus, and then like an army ranger.
Because it was a Halloween episode, so we had to give everyone new costumes.
Yeah, and then the fourth one he had the stupid messenger bag, so he still wasn't like full default.
Yeah. No, I kind of like that about him, that he's like constantly changing because like he's like hyper fixated on some new thing as a character.
Yeah,
Totally,
that's exactly.
You get the character.
Yeah.
It's no, it's just I really enjoy Bridge Kids a lot. It's just like it's like that cul-de-sac vibe, except in inner city, pretty much.
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
It's
Adam loves Ed, Ed and Eddie.
Yeah,
Yes!
Brendan Eddie was
Yeah,
definitely
that's exactly the kind of like, idea that I was getting at. Like when I was saying cul-de-sac, I was like, yeah, no, that and then Eddie vibe, where it's just like these like,
totally.
but like with a mix of, I don't know, like Clerks almost vibes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we get
well,
that a
yeah,
lot.
when Mo, yeah, everyone thinks like Mo and Skid are like Jay and Silent Bob. Yeah, it's definitely similar.
No,
I
but
still haven't even seen any of the Clerks movies.
oh really? Oh,
I know, yeah.
The
they're
first
fun
one's good.
times. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about Kevin Smith movies at large, but the Clerks is good.
Yeah. First Clerks,
Yeah.
I definitely recommend giving it a watch. But I mean, like,
All
you
I know
guys
about
pretty
Kevin
much.
Smith, all I know about Kevin Smith is that he's Silent Bob and he cries at Marvel movies.
Yeah, and he named his daughter, what is it? Fucking Harley Quinn.
Really? No, is that legit?
Yeah.
That's
No,
awesome.
yeah, his daughter's like 30 now or something, but yeah, her name's Harley Quinn. Like the character from
That's
Batman. Yeah.
from obscure comic
Harley Quinn
property.
Smith.
Harley
That
Quinn
that
Smith. Yeah.
really like yeah, that's really dorky. Like I'm sure when he named her in like 1980 or whatever, 1990, uh like that wasn't it was like subtle enough cuz like Harley was a name and Quinn is
Yeah,
a name. But now Harley Quinn is like the cringiest thing.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah. But I
you
guess
gotta
it's
be.
not like it's still like kind of a name. It's not like like fucking Dweezil Zappa.
Well, Dweezil Zappa's fucking awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, Moon Unit Zappa. Yeah, actually, I take it back.
Yeah.
That's a that, that's a better name.
But
Yeah.
yeah, no. Um, when it comes to Bridge Kids, you guys said it was like a 48-hour like prompt that motivated you guys to like make the concept.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was the category or what suggestion whatever the fuck
you have to
the,
be the prompt. You're
the
given a
prompt,
word,
yeah.
a one word prompt, and the prompt was curious, and like we we at first, like, in our original idea was like supposed to be about uh like a what was it, like a kid stumbling upon, like just like a little kid stumbling upon
Two dipshit
um
teenagers who were
yeah,
talking about some like bullshit urban legend. Like we didn't even have the idea. Like we were
yeah,
like, "Oh yeah, a little kid hears about a bullshit urban legend and then he puts it to the test and he dies or like he like and then I just made up
Yeah.
like I was like, "Oh yeah, like four the kid says you wear four jackets, you'll survive like a deadly fall." And the kid does it
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and and then he bounces and then he goes into space but then he suffocates in space or something and then we and then I like drew like literally like the first drawings I did were fucking large like basically to a T like with very minimal difference and I was like these are our two dipshit kids and then we kept trying to figure out what the little kid needs to look like and like we just didn't dig any of the little kid designs um and but like we kind of like these two characters were really funny looking uh, so then we couldn't come up with anything better than like a weird urban legend of like, oh yeah, if you wear enough jackets, you'll survive a fall. So we just, that was Friday night, and we only had like 18 more hours or what, or 28 more hours or whatever the amount was left. So we were just like, all right, fuck it. It's about these two kids, and they push off a homeless guy because that's easy, and the homeless guy doesn't have to talk. And yeah, but we kind of liked the characters, and
I remember that
yeah,
was
we
like the very last bit of episode 1. Was that just episode 1?
that's episode yeah the
yeah.
episode one's the shortest by far. It's two
Yeah.
minutes long, which for a 48-hour cartoon is pretty
No, you
long,
guys
I
did a
guess.
great job for like, just like a 2-day project.
Yeah, our goal was kind of just to flex and just have the longest fucking 48-hour film. And then the longest 48-hour film ended up being the shortest episode of the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the thing was with the 48-hour thing was that you had to have a team name, and we kind of wanted like something that was like a, like we wanted something that was like not offensive, but like kind of like I'm not touching you, like and like be like, haha, like we're picking a stupid name. So we did
Washington football team, yeah.
Washington football team, because like in South Park it's the Washington Redskins.
Yeah.
Right, Cartman does that, and then the Redskins are all offended that the football team.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was also like that in real life too.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's true.
Yeah.
Gotta
Yeah,
play your cards right there. Yeah.
yeah. So we did Washington football team as the joke name, and
Yeah.
then that just stuck too, and we just put it at the end of every episode now. So yeah.
That's lore for everybody listening right now for like where that name comes from.
One of my original ideas was Boy Story. I liked that one. I still like that name
Boy
for
Story.
a
Boy
team
story.
name.
Yeah.
We had a bunch of stupid fucking names. That was probably half of the 48 hours was
Yeah.
Just coming up with that, yeah.
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 So I assume you guys built like the models for the characters within the first day.
Yeah, Mike made
Yeah.
all them like I mean it should be stated like Mike does like all the fucking character designs like for everything because he's just a beast.
Thank you. Yeah, I yeah, for the first one it was not even an option. Like Adam was didn't want to like fuck up his sleep schedule on the weekend because he was working a pretty serious shifts at Bento Box.
Dude,
The
Bento
bento
Box, yeah.
box, yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, well, I don't give a fuck. I don't think I was doing anything at the time, so I was like, fuck it, like I'm not going to sleep. I think I slept like maybe 6 hours for the whole thing, but yeah, I just I was drew out the symbols, I did the background. I think I most of the visual stuff except for the animation. I think Adam did the stick poking. He did all the sound though, and
Yeah.
that's still the what we do is like Adam will arrange the recordings. Like we usually don't have much of a script, so
Yeah, we
we'll
have like
record.
a general idea of like the plot points or like, quote fingers like plot points,
Got you, got you.
but then it like for talking is like the dialogue is pretty much mostly improvised every time with like a few exceptions here and there and and like we like feed each other lines to say um and then I'm like when after like a recording session I'll have like an hour worth of like of material to go through, and then I'll often end up like splicing together something that is that sounds natural.
Yeah, like when Adam does it, that's essentially when the script gets made because like me and Adam will just like bullshit and like maybe write a quick summary, but like Adam splicing, like he takes like an hour of bullshit takes and then condenses them to like I don't know, like 10 minutes. And then maybe me and Adam will get in a call and try to figure out how to cut it down and then be like, oh, what if we put this here? And what if, oh, well, we're going to need a retake from like John, or we're going to need a retake from this person, and retakes from me. And I always suck at doing retakes because I'm a terrible voice actor. So
Even though you're just doing your normal voice.
yeah.
No, it's fun like especially like now that like I'm hearing both of you talk. It's like I'm like participating in an episode almost. Just like
Yeah. Yeah, no, Fugger's hesitancy and stammering is not me hamming it up. It's just how I talk.
yeah, no,
Yeah, but
it's a lot
everyone
of
loves
fun.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And how'd you guys come up with the character Mo and Skids? Yeah.
Well, basically, I just if I'm being honest, after the first episode, I'm like, all right, the next logical progression with this is we need to add a character that's a wigger. That's just the right. This is the way to me it just is logical. For some reason, that was what it was.
yeah,
And
it felt like it was missing.
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't even know what made me like think of it that way, but like then we got our friend John, Jonathan on Newgrounds to voice it, and then John makes Mo come to life. Uh, it, it's like we don't sometimes it's like we don't even know like where exactly we're going with like the dialogue until like John kind of just like reroutes it in his own direction.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like
We'll tell
he
him
can't be
something to
leaked.
say sometimes, and he'll just like he'll be like, okay, I got it. Yeah, I'll say that, and then
I
he'll just like fucking change it, but it's funnier than like what we're
Yeah,
planning on
yeah.
yeah.
doing.
Yeah,
I
it's like
gotta
it would
give
not
quick.
work if he had a script to read. It's just like just letting him go off
Yeah, I think
as
we've even tried giving him a script for some retakes, and those like he just does it better on it like on his own.
With his own improv. Yeah.
no, yeah. Once when I asked him for retakes, I'm like, okay, I just need you to give me like these two lines. Just give me a couple of takes of these like two short like one sentence lines, and he'll send me back like an Audacity file that's 10 minutes long.
I just gotta give quick shout outs to Jonathan, John Sharon. He is
Not
on
sharing.
Newgrounds. On Newgrounds, he is just Jonathan, JONATHAN, and he released earlier last year, Rat Bastards Underground, which
Shout
was
out, Rap Bastards.
that
Yeah,
was
Rat
a
Bastards.
really good short. I had a lot of fun with that,
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
Adam and I both worked on it. Practically everyone we know worked on it. It was awesome.
yeah.
Really cool.
I did a bit of like animation for it, and Mike did the amazing like credit sequence. All
Yeah,
those.
oh yeah,
I
yeah,
only
yeah, yeah.
got free time towards the end. I'm glad I got to do those because
Yeah.
I would have liked to have touched animation, but I just wasn't didn't have the time. But luckily, yeah, at the very last minute, I got to grab those, and John was gracious enough to give them to me, and it was very fun.
Yeah, it had that like woodblock print effect with the
It's
credits.
sick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was really good. I enjoyed it a
Yeah,
lot.
Flash hates it when I do that too, because
You
it's
did that in Flash?
all that shit's in Flash. Yeah, I only draw in Flash now, basically.
Okay. I mean, that's how I
Uh,
used to be, and then like I started making comics, and I was just like, okay, I gotta.
yeah, yeah. I mean, for comics, it definitely makes more sense. I'm so like all I do is animate in Flash, and when I'm not, it feels like I'm taking away from my skill at drawing in Flash because it's such a specific. It's a different skill. It's not like being good at drawing and being good at drawing in Flash are like two different
Yeah,
things.
no,
Yeah.
I completely agree. Just the way how I handle inking in Flash is completely different than inking anywhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like I just do it all in Flash. Flash hates it though if you have too many lines, too many
Yep,
vectors.
yep,
So
yep.
like the Bridge Kids backgrounds that are done in Flash, those are hell. Uh though recently we brought Katya on and she like I'll just draw like a really bad rough drawing and then she'll like line it like and she'll actually line it and not like a I'll like line erase and it's creating like millions of little microscopic vectors that I don't see. And she'll actually line it and I think her backgrounds are probably less cancerous to Flash.
Yeah, I can. When did you have Katya on?
I brought her on well we brought her on at the end of 4 because we were just like I was working on backgrounds like and these backgrounds were I don't know if like you're a patron now so you can actually see them the
Yeah,
full res of them. The one background of the exterior school is so massive and so detailed. At least to me, like I'm sure other people are fucking, rendering realistic skin on a cellular level, but like
Yeah.
I to me that was like the most detailed fucking background I've done. And we're zoomed in like you don't see most of that background in the cartoon. Uh and it took me so much time and I had to get on animation. So like she I think when I brought her on it was like just finishing up what I started. So it was like she colored in my the hallway and like gave a little bit of extra detail to the lockers. Nothing too crazy though. And then she did the the scene where
where Mo and Skid
Yeah,
were Mo's feeling morose, and
she's
also
feeling.
that, and then we reused that background for the final sequence.
Yeah, and she drew the
Um,
stage. So
Yeah,
she
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
she did that stuff. Yeah, like the under the bridge with the stage and there's like a fridge that you see for maybe one frame,
yeah.
and like stuff like that. But
I feel like because it's kind of the case with like it's not just the case with like the school setting. Is that was like the case with every background that Mike drew was like it's how massive it was. And now I think about it, I think that like um it was kind of like our you know our persistence to keeping the theme of bridge and bridge kids. uh I feel like a lot of people comment like it's called Bridge Kids, where's the bridge?
Yeah, you got to
But
stick
then
to the bit. Yeah, I get you.
but if you look at the ultra
there's
wide,
always a fucking bridge. There's
there's
definitely
always a
There's
bridge. It's
always a
always
bridge. Yeah.
always been there. The bridge is
there's always.
always the bridge has never gone anywhere. There is a bridge looming over everyone in every single episode.
Yeah.
And you can see it. We never we never leave it out. There is always an ultra wide scene where you can see it.
Yeah.
But like I
Not
think
only
that
that, but it's
because
always detailed, even if you don't see it.
and
Like,
uh, and I think that kind of that mindset kind of poisoned us because it's like, oh, we gotta make this big cityscape. I
yeah,
Yeah.
say we, but again, it's Mike is the one with the
yeah, and
did
I
the
hate
design.
backgrounds. So
Yeah.
honestly, bringing Katya on is gonna be the biggest thing.
For me, what I wanted to say, just to interject a
Oh,
little bit.
sorry.
Oh,
No,
yeah,
no, you're
sorry.
all good. But backgrounds, I love doing backgrounds. It's just they take me the longest to do.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
I just I have like a very that's something I have to get over too. Is like I have a very specific way of doing things, and like I'm just like even with backgrounds, I hate doing them, but like I have a specific way I want to see things. And now I had just like now Katya like will do stuff, and it's like it's perfectly fine. It looks good, but like I'll just notice like little minuscule details that I would have done differently. But I have
Yeah.
to just like now I'm catching myself, and it's like, well, just cause like who cares? Like no one's gonna notice, and two, like
Exactly. Yeah.
it's not worse. It's just different, and like maybe my life will be easier if that becomes like the Katya way becomes the norm, because then I can fucking not do backgrounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all about the collaborative effort, and that's the whole thing. Cause like I have a lot of stuff planned for my own stuff, and there's a particular way that I handle things, but it's just not realistic for one person to get things done in a good amount of time to just do it all
Totally. Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I mean, even with this episode, Adam and I originally with this one, we were like, well, we just got the patrons in, and the last one was so long. It's the longest thing either of us ever made. It's 14 and a half minutes.
Yeah.
Um, and we were like, let's make a really short one. And we had been throwing this idea around of like Fugger and Lars, because Fugger and Lars, with an energy drink, babe.
Yeah.
Probably since the first episode, we were juggling this idea around because like it just seemed like a quick one, and the idea was just like Fugger will be awkward, and like try to talk to her, and he doesn't, and gives Lars an energy drink, and Lars keeps drinking them, but Fugger keeps going back and not saying anything, so he keeps getting handed more of them.
Yeah.
Um, and then Lars dies, or doesn't die, but like he has like a seizure or whatever.
He gets hospitalized. Yeah.
And we had that idea, and we were like, oh yeah, that's it. I mean, because we had all these other ideas we had written, and we still are gonna do, but they're longer, and we were like, oh, let's do something short, so that way we got all these patrons. We need to
Yeah.
we need to show our patrons stuff, and we
Or
need to
also
show.
just to show hey, some Bridge Kids episode, not every Bridge Kids episode is going to be 14 minutes long,
Yeah,
Yeah.
but then we ended up making an
Like an
episode
11
that's 10
minutes. Yeah.
minutes long. Yeah.
yeah,
And I'm like, well, that did us a lot of good.
yeah. Well, because we wrote it, and it hadn't changed much from what we initially were talking about, like when the first like when like episode like we were talking about this episode since like episode 1, and it hadn't changed much since then. So we were like, oh, what if we had a hallucination thing just to make it, because we always like to throw like something a little bombastic in at the end, like, one they push a homeless guy off and he gets run over by a tractor trailer. In
Yeah, at
two,
the very end
there's
of that, yeah.
yeah, in two, the building gets lit on fire, and the fire, whatever the
They
whatever
get
the
water
firemen are
hosed.
called. Yeah,
Yeah,
they get
firemen.
water hose.
Yeah,
Yeah,
whatever
so
firemen are called.
yeah, whatever they're called. In the three, the babysitter gets murdered, and the fucking there's a serial killer, and it gives him like the
Where's her face?
and then four, you have the whole. I mean, that's the biggest one. It's like the fucking the SWAT team swats the Mo and Skid concert, and it's like all hell breaks loose. So like we're like, you know, just having Lars have a seizure is not enough. Like it doesn't feel like eye candy enough, and it doesn't feel like bombastic enough. What if he has like a hallucination? And we were
Okay,
like, okay,
okay, okay.
what kind of hallucination is it? Like, what do we do? Maybe we could just make something visually cool or fucked up. Like, he's like a heavy metal guy. Like, would it look like heavy metal? I'm super into like H.R. Giger art and
Okay.
Alien and all
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
So, like, I was like taking it off in like body horror and like weird fucked up imagery kind of direction. Um, and like, we have all this concept art of it. Like, I drew like a bunch of shit. Um, and then we were like trying to make this episode, and it just was like it just felt like wrong. And we
Yeah.
hate having to rely on Mo and Skid to bring like the like we don't want every episode to need Mo and Skid. Like we love Mo and Skid, but
Mm-hmm.
like we don't want it to be like South Park where like not every episode has to be like about
About Cartman.
Yeah,
about
yeah.
Cartman or about Kyle, like so we were like trying to show that we could make an episode without them, but then we were like I think we need Mo and Skid, and we were like, we have because we had done the energy drink Babe, and then we wrote in Joey's
Yeah,
character. I
Joey
don't
came
remember.
in, yeah.
Yeah, we wrote in Joey's character, but he wasn't even gonna talk. He was just there to like intimidate Fugger or something, or like he didn't have a speaking role at one point. Just because we wanted to make things even with the genders, because we were like, oh, if we're gonna be misogynistic, we might as well add like a hunk too, just to make it a little more even. And so we made this big, beautiful black man. But then we were like, well, this giant fucking jacked black guy is exactly who Mo and Skid would be like obsessed with. Like this is like who they would idolize
Yeah,
Who
because
they
yeah.
want to be. I mean,
No,
like
my
literally.
favorite joke, I just gotta give you props for this, is just like when Joey said like, oh no, I like ska. And then
Yeah.
Mo was just like, oh yeah, ska. He makes my favorite bars.
Yeah.
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, like I literally like I kind of like take a lot of like inspiration for like the like writing like Mo stuff with and Mo ideas because I went to like school with a guy. I mean, I feel like everyone went to school with a guy who's just like that.
Oh,
And
bro, I
that
grew up in
guy,
the city, so yeah, I feel you.
yeah, yeah. Um, I grew up like that guy definitely had like his family was definitely like rich or something. I
Oh, okay,
imagine,
okay.
but it's like he still is that kind of character. And I remember uh, like literally one of my high school friends, Josh, who's Haitian. He like the guy like went up to him one day and was like, "Dude, I just wish that we could like trade skin colors, you know?" It's just like
Yeah.
insane.
Oh
Uh,
man.
yeah.
Okay. I
Yeah.
definitely get that vibe off of Mo.
But
You
it's a
Yeah.
kept
cute
you
it's a cute thing, like that was another
Yeah.
thing. We didn't want it to be like a racist or
yeah.
unlikable.
Yeah.
No, no, no,
Like
no,
it's
no. Yeah, no. I like the subversion. Like you get. Nah, let me rephrase it. You put everyone's expectations up for like how Mo is, like from previous episodes, and then you
Yeah.
subverted with this one, and like and, and it went into like this beautiful like. At first, I was like, is he trying to like hit on Joey? And then it was just like, nah, nah. I just want to be like you, dude. And I'm like,
Yeah. I just want to be you like you. I just want be you. I just, you know,
Yeah, it was.
like how do I get to like look like you?
How do I get to look like you? Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it was really no. I appreciate the humor. Like again, this episode was
Thank
really
you, thank
good
you.
in terms of just like how you guys set up the joke and establishing the
Appreciate that.
awkwardness too. You did that really good too with the last episode, episode 4, with
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
with Isaiah,
Isaiah. Yeah,
the school shooter kid.
yeah.
That we gotta shout out our friend Will for that performance because he really brought that character to life.
Will
Yeah.
Sawakin for anybody
Yes.
listening.
That's a theme with all the characters, honestly. Like we don't really get like, I mean, they're voice actors, but they're not like they're not professional voice actors, and like just everyone colors the characters. Like even Kristen, who we got for the strokeette, the
Stroke at yeah,
stroke
yeah.
girl. They just color the characters in a way we couldn't even like anticipate. Like Joey's character, we were expecting to be like very like macho and even kind of a little standoffish. Um, but Joey, like when we told Joey the character, he like put on this like fake, like businessman-y kind of like bullshitty voice
Yeah,
the
yeah,
whole
yeah.
time, like lying through his teeth, like smiling at you when he hates you, and like uh that totally changed the character. Like we changed the character design slightly because of that. Like and I don't even. I was gonna make him only have an angry mouth pack, Joey's character, and because of that, I think it only has a happy one, except for like a few frown mouths. But like, and same thing with Isaiah. Like Will totally colored Isaiah, and like like he made him like likable to a certain extent. Like obviously, you're not supposed to like think what he's doing is good, but
Yeah.
We got a lot of comments being like at the end of episode 4 being like justice served.
Justice
yeah,
served.
I
kind of
love I
kind of
love it when
alarming.
karma works out.
Yeah.
Wait, you
A
guys
little
got
alarming
comments
how
like
many
that?
people like that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
dude, you don't even know. You don't. I don't want
bro.
to talk about
Yeah.
one specific person, but
Yeah, maybe not. Yeah, maybe
It's
not.
yeah,
okay. No, no, it's better. It's better like to avoid any of that like issue. But it's just very funny that like they missed the joke and they're like, you know what?
yeah,
Maybe Isaiah is onto something here.
yeah. Well, they totally related to him, which I wanted him to be relatable. Like, Adam and I both wanted him to be like, because you can't just stand there and watch 14 minutes of a character you absolutely hate. Like, you
Yeah.
at least have to see
You
where they're coming from.
you gotta
Yeah.
humanize them a little bit. I get you.
Yeah, and Will did an awesome job with that. And like we were just like me and Adam were just like in the call with Will, just like pulling up fucking like Elliot Rogers manifesto, and Adam was pulling up the fucking
Yeah, James Holmes.
wait,
Oh
literally there's
man.
lines he literally
Yeah,
says
he
just
does. He
lines
does.
Well,
from
Yeah.
the manifesto.
yeah. Well, that was in when Mo was rapping.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
right.
Yeah,
You're right.
yeah. Because we can't actually have Isaiah saying out loud what he's writing down in the journal. We need to have the antagonist reading what Isaiah's writing, like the most worst parts.
Yeah. It was
But
very piecemeal though, and it's kind of amazing that it all came together because like
yeah,
we were just literally like copying and pasting Elliot Rogers with James Holmes, and then I would write like my own fucking retarded poetry, and then like just it all just came together like it just all like felt like the same schizoid mind, you know?
yeah. I mean,
And
I remember what's funny is people were like for the line the fungus will sprout from their putrid remains, ashes to ashes, shit to shit, and people ask like what manifesto was that from, and it's like no, Mike actually just came up with that himself.
yeah. Yeah. No, that one was like the original. I actually kind of like that line. It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
from
it's just like so purposely edgy, stupid shit. Like yeah,
Yeah.
I actually did those backgrounds. I got to throw in the fucking the Joker poster in the background just to
Yeah.
kind of like wink nudge that it's cringe. But you know, there's always going to be a segment of the population that thinks that that's cool.
taking it seriously. Yeah. No, that's very funny. I mean, like, yeah, when you cover a subject matter like that, there are going to be people that are going to take it seriously.
Yeah.
I mean, anything.
When I showed it to my family, my mom was like concerned for me.
Why'd you make this character, Sonny?
Yeah. Uh,
Is this what you feel?
Well, I
No.
mean, it's funny is that like my aunt is like a super like um peppy like person, and I'm like oh, I'm like is she gonna feel the same way? But she told me like there's so many moments where I'm just like I shouldn't be laughing, but I am. Yeah. Also, obviously,
Yeah.
my mom liked it too. I mean, my mom is one of our patrons on
It's
Patreon.
true.
If I
Yeah.
don't know if you saw in the credits, you know, so shout out to my mom.
Yeah.
Shout out Mrs. Mickey.
Yeah, Tony. Tony rules. I write her a letter every month with her sticker.
It's
Yeah.
true because every month we send out the stickers. We come with a personalized message.
Personalized message.
I never see what Mike writes my mom, and my mom for whatever reason has never gotten around to showing me. But
Yeah. Then on hers, I write "Love Mike" instead of "From the Bridge Kids." It's true, actually.
it is true.
Oh.
But yeah, and yeah, if you become a patron, you'll see how badly I draw these characters because they're all rigged, and I've never had to draw them before in my life. If
Yeah.
I drew up until these letters, I didn't realize how bad I was at drawing Fugger because I drew him once, and that was it, and I never had to draw him again.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden I'm drawing Fugger. You know, it's like, oh, it's Thanksgiving. I'm gonna draw Pilgrim Fugger, you know, or something, and they're the most fucked, heinous looking drawings you've ever seen.
I'm trying
But
to
if you
look through them,
yeah.
and because like right now I'm like, if people are watching on YouTube, I'm scrolling through the Patreon real quick. And again, if you guys want to support Bridge Kids on Patreon, anybody listening in right now,
Yes.
and
Patreon.com/bridge.
Oh yeah, maybe I should start uploading them to the right now they're not online. People get them in the mail. So like, yeah, like
I think
maybe
it'd
it
be
would
cool.
be
Yeah.
yeah, it'd be interesting to show those drawings to I mean, I feel like I'd need to get the patrons' permission to because like that's their private message from me, you know.
Oh,
So
they're the personalized messages. Okay.
each one's personalized by hand on with ballpoint pen, just writing them and drawing a unique drawing each time. So, um, you know, I consider that theirs.
Yeah.
But you know, if any patrons are listening and they want to share them, like feel free to share them in the Discord or, and then if you share them in the Discord, we could like post them to the Patreon, and you know, people could see those cards. If you're willing to share them, you know.
Yeah. And just in general, I do like recommend anybody like listening to just pitch in for the Patreon. The more the Patreon can make, I assume the sooner you guys can like produce more like Bridge Kids.
Yeah, I mean, all the money goes like right back into like
The project,
you
yeah.
know, Bridge
Yeah,
Kids
right now
stuff,
we break
making
even basically.
yeah,
Like with
making
the
merch and
stickers,
stuff.
like I mean, we just care about making something cool, like making a cool, um, like the idea of the stickers for every single character and like even some of the logos. Like we even already have a Mecha Mart sticker made that you know, like as if Mecha Mart's real, but like you know, like a sticker for this branding. Like we have all these different stickers that people are getting each month, and I just think it's really cool. Like, and we right now we're about break even with like the money we get in from the Patreon versus like ordering the stickers and mailing them out and everything. Um,
Not to backtrack for a second, but I just got a text from my brother who is also subscribed to the Patreon that he also gets love Mike at the end of
oh yeah,
the end of his messages.
I'm surprised he got. Wow, the U.S. Postal Service really came through for your
Yeah,
brother.
yeah, I guess so.
I think I sent those on Friday, or maybe Thursday. I don't remember. Well, yeah. Anyone who, yeah, I guess your brother is your brother's like a mother to me.
He's listening right now.
That's cool.
He also texted me that.
Hey, Anthony. You already know your position in my heart compared to Alexander.
Whoa, 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 whoa. That's not fair.
Yeah.
Why are you talking about I guess I'm the one who brought up my own family.
Oh,
No,
sorry. Yeah, I'm doxing your whole family.
Yeah. Yeah.
but no. Outside of that, I wanted to like, again, you guys are doing a really good job with Bridge Kids. Have you guys been thinking about like pitching it anywhere potentially?
We actually did go through that process already.
Yeah, and it
Like we
sucked.
yeah,
So
no, we literally went through like the process of like we have made a Bridge Kids pitch Bible and have pitched it around places, but like the process was just so like was just so miserable. And it's just like so much of it is just like waiting on executives
Yeah,
to do whatever it is executives do.
just waiting on an email, even.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
and
It's
it's
just like, oh, I'll contact you in a week, and then you wait 2 months, and then they
Yeah,
contact you and tell you to wait longer, and
it, it's just a constant like, and you know, it was also there's like all that time we had getting, you know, it made me like think like, yeah, even if Bridge Kids did, I mean, this is my personal opinion, like even if Bridge Kids did, you know, get to become a TV show, it would so much of it would be like outside of our hands. Like we wouldn't really have as much like um
creative control or input,
creative control, yeah, over it. It's um
like a China Illinois like predicament
yeah,
where
yeah, or just like I don't know. I remember like one of our like, we were in a call, like one of our patrons was like talking about how like he worked for someone who had like an online web show, and like you know what was it, like Disney like reached out to him
yeah,
and like asked if he wanted to like pitch a show to them, and he started off like pitching the show that he's already been making because he wanted it was about like two human characters, and then like the amount of feedback that he got from like executives wanting to change it up to be more like suitable for Disney. The end product was about like
like two dogs or something. It was like
a cat
they
and a dog.
systematically changed everything about it
It,
until
it
it was
was it
like
was
nothing. That
it,
nothing was
like
alike.
nothing to do with the original product, and I'm
The
just
ship
like,
of Theseus, if you will.
yeah.
yeah. Because like that nightmare story is something I hear about from when I was in LA, when I was living in LA for a little bit. Like I had a few neighbors, and they would be pitching to a bunch of different networks. They successfully pitched to Cartoon Network. Cartoon Network was putting them through development hell, and then like the project went nowhere afterwards. They kept changing everything about it, and then they went to Netflix, and then Netflix gave them more freedom, and then Netflix went to hell in terms of animation production. And it's just like it kind of sucks to try and like get a show out right now. Like,
Yeah, it's just like I don't know, and like literally the process. That's why like that is mostly why like the gap between episode 3 and 4 was so big, was because we were spending so much
Yeah,
time
we were
on
just in
like
purgatory because like
yeah,
I mean, it definitely helped. Like me and Adam, like we don't think of it as like a time lost because it
yeah,
made us reflect. Because it's like, well, we have to figure out how to pitch this and like what is Bridge Kids fundamentally, and it made us think about like what the show is and what it's not, and like
and plus we
how
came
these
up with like
characters are.
a bunch of ideas.
Yeah,
We are not like right now we are not worried about running out of ideas of Bridge Kids. We
yeah,
know what we want like the next 2 episodes to be already.
yeah,
yeah. One of them, so the two best ones, one of them was Killer Bars,
Yeah.
episode
yeah,
4,
Killer Bars is very good.
and that's why we weren't working on it. We were kind of like recording it, but we were like half-heartedly doing so because people were telling us to wait for emails back, and it was just really annoying until Adam and I just were like, okay, we're not doing this anymore. We're done with this bullshit. And we put our foot down and now we animate, and hopefully we could just do it independently. That would be the best option. But the other idea that we liked just as much as Killer Bars, um, the one actually that was the pilot in our Bible, is the big one that we're planning, but we're not ready to do that one yet because that one might be 20 minutes long.
Yeah.
Oh damn.
It
Okay,
might
that's
be,
Yeah,
yeah,
it might be even longer
feature
than Killer
film
Bars.
length for British kids. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean that was our thing. Yeah, we that was with this episode as well. The original intention with it being short is just like is to control ourselves, because if we keep with this mindset that we gotta one up the we gotta put out like a good episode, but if we keep trying to like one up the last one, then
It's
we're
gonna get
eventually just
crazy.
gonna
It's gonna get
we're just
insane.
gonna just gonna we're gonna get to a fucking feature film, and we're gonna be spending like
yeah. It was
people will
insane.
forget about Bridge Kids by the time it's finally out and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, that was the thing too with episode 4. Was like, one, it was longer than all the other episodes put together. Like that's how long it was, and um, we were we were stupidly beholden to the September 30th deadline because we had the line that was the day of Mo and Skid's show, Friday, September 30th.
Yeah, I remember that. I
So we were
remember.
like,
Yeah.
we gotta fucking release it on the day. No one fucking notices. No
Yeah.
one cares. YouTube doesn't even list the date of upload anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, they do, but like I found only like after a while, I found out you have to click on the description, but no one
No
checks
one.
the
Yeah.
description. No one has
Yeah,
checked the
I'm sure
description for
some people
years.
noticed, but like it was probably not worth the hell we put ourselves through. And when you're making something that long, like we had our sound guys who were awesome, Hank and Sean. They were like doing it bit by bit, like while we're like, okay, we call them sequences, like chunks of the cartoon. So we're like, okay, sequence 2 is done. Here's sequence 1. We're finishing up sequence 3. Like, and they would like kind of put in sound effects, but they weren't able to do like the full finished thing till they had everything. And I think we finished everything on the 28th, and that gave them 2 days.
Yeah,
And it was like
we
the
tortured them.
29th. It was like the 29th going into the 30th, like 3 in the morning, and Adam and I were just watching this 14-minute long cartoon probably 8 times. Like different takes, and then it was like, oh, something got desynced. Like we were just like willing to like green light it, like we're done as soon as something was like passable, but like something happened with a desync at the last minute, and we were like, all right, export again. Exporting takes 30 minutes, and then we take
Well,
14 minutes to watch it again. It's like
Yep.
insane.
well,
Yeah.
let's not pretend like it's like we're not also incredibly picky with
Yeah, well, yeah.
sounds, and we really do torture our sound designers.
Yeah, definitely.
We did not learn our lesson at all, like with that. Like this time we were uh I was I was literally I was like checking in on like Sean last night, just be like, I was like bothering him, and it's like I pulled him away from literally his birthday party last night to be
Yeah.
to bother him about like the sound for Bridge Kids.
Well, I mean, definitely we wanted to get it because I was like, oh shit, we got to get it up before this podcast, this radio show with Gens.
Yeah.
And yeah, we got it up just before it. So that was like literally we finished it. Like
Yeah,
we didn't
Wait.
wait
John and
to
Hank have
upload
pulled
it.
through both times. Thank God. Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you guys were
they've
waiting.
come in clutch.
I thought you guys were waiting for like the show to start like announcing it. I didn't know you guys like just literally finished it.
Yeah, no, we put the finishing touches on like a few hours ago.
Wow,
Yeah.
really? Whoa.
Yeah.
No, we're psychotic like that. Yeah,
Yeah. But again, it's like, like Sean and Hank, they've come in clutch every time. We've been able to just make it to the finish line every time because of them. So
definitely.
Just a quick shout out to Tom Fulp for bringing you guys up to the front page literally as soon as you guys finished it.
God bless you, Tom Folk.
Yeah, Tom Fulp
Inshallah.
rules. Do you like have a direct line to him? Because you're like, I always see your like banners and I think Adam saw that you got retweeted about the radio show and stuff.
Yeah. No. Yeah, I do have like a direct line with Tom. Well, just mostly
Technically,
just.
everyone has a direct line.
Oh yeah, I guess
You
so.
could just literally text
Yeah,
him
Yeah.
and he
You.
I'm
will
just too
answer.
self-conscious and quiet that
Yeah.
I don't want to do that. But
Yeah. No, you could message him on Newgrounds via the messaging system there, and
Yeah.
he
Mike's just
usually
shy.
responds to
I'm just
people.
kind of shy, you know,
I actually talk to Tom every day.
just kind of bashful, you know.
Yeah.
But I you know, I got a pitch to Tom because you know,
Shoot,
this might
he
be
does listen to the show.
controversial. Oh, really? He listens to this show?
Yeah, doesn't know. I don't know if he's listening currently, but he does tune in whenever he can. But yeah,
That's cool.
Go ahead.
Well, Tom, if you're listening, I have a controversial take. I know that the website's been relatively unchanged for many years, except for this forum thing, like the videos linked to the forum. It's kind of hard for me to find videos that aren't front page now, but uh, I suggest this might be controversial. There should be a trailer section separate from the movies because
okay. Pitch it,
because
yeah.
it's not fair to anyone. I mean, it's fine, you know, like I like Newgrounds is better than any other platform, you know. Tom, I love you. But you know, it's like, you know, the people who are making trailers, they want people to watch their movie, right? Like that's the main idea. It's like you're making the trailer to support the movie. Um and it's just not fair when it's like, you know, you're like someone's making something for like a year and then like, you know, like a big creator makes like a trailer and the trailer just overshadows someone's movie and it's like, you know, the trailer's not the main thing, you know. Like the trailer's not even the finished product, but like because it's but by the nature of it being like a big creator, it just like kind of like takes up the front page and like it just I just think it's like, you know, have a separate section. It's almost like, you know, because you see the forum posts, they go in order. Like, you know, have like a trailer section on the side or something that's like the newest, coolest trailers. And then, like, that way people's trailers don't butt in with people's movies, you know?
Okay. No, I get what you're saying. Just I'm guilty of this too for my own Kickstarter, where I was just like making like essentially a trailer for my Kickstarter. But
Well, no, I mean, I don't think trailers are inherently bad at all.
yeah, but they're
It's
like a
just like,
separate
yeah.
thing compared to like a finished product that people are like
Yeah,
putting
because like
tons
you
of
know,
hours
yeah,
into.
like I mean, obviously you want more people to read your comic than watch the trailer, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Uh, I think
Y'all watch honest game trailers from
honest game
Smosh?
trailers.
Was it
That
Smosh?
was
No, I'm
was it
thinking of someone
Smosh?
else.
No, I know what you're talking about with honest game trailers. Yeah, but like
Yeah. I think we should have an honest game trailer section on Newgrounds.
for
I think all the
Newgrounds.
trailers should have a second. They have what Cinema Sins talks about all the Wilhelm screams in them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, he like counts all the
Watch this. Tom actually does make this change overnight, and it's very controversial.
It's
And
very
you alone are the one to blame for this.
Me.
yeah.
No, Mike.
Yeah.
Mike's
Oh yeah,
the one. Yeah.
Well,
I got you.
Yeah,
complicit.
you're guilty by yeah.
By
You're
association. I got you.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's no, I do like that idea. I think you can actually you can actively message him about it too, even if he's not listening.
Mm-hmm.
But I like the idea of just here's where you go if you want to like check out the new things, like what people are trying to promote. And like I mean, if you go to Newgrounds, if you scroll down a little bit, you get the artist news section, and that's like
Mm-hmm.
kind of like maybe like that type of thing for trailers that people are wanting to like announce.
Yeah, I wouldn't even mind if trailers was like higher than movies, if even like or like a sidebar like how the Peabot pick of the day is or something. But like, uh, yeah, it like the Ina trailer was really cool, and you like that like I don't know, that was one trailer where I was like, okay, this is cool, I dig this. But like, it's kind of annoying when you go on the front page and like half of the top things are trailers because it's like the you know they're like I it's cool, but like it just makes you want to watch the movie, you know, the finished thing, you know. It's like I
Yeah.
wish like it was prefaced that this is the trailer section, and then you could be like, oh, I'll keep my eye out for that, you know, or something.
Yeah, I think because like that's the issue I think that Newgrounds runs with, and this is like me critiquing the site just a little bit. I love it, but like, where problems are, best to address. But I think just having trailers take up so much, yeah, like I'm agreeing with you guys essentially, like trailers taking up a lot of the like spots on the front page bloat it a little bit. And I'm trying to think of like how would you
It bloats it, but like at the same time, like I can't. Like Tom's probably thinking about shit that's like beyond my understanding, like because he is a deity. Uh, like because I'm only thinking about it as a user, but I'm sure like a lot of just like the collabs, like the collabs and the trailers probably drive a lot of traffic to the site,
yeah,
because like if you're making a trailer, you're probably telling everybody on like whatever platform, like social media, like, hey, check out my trailer, and then like linking the Newgrounds, and then that's bringing people who wouldn't otherwise go on Newgrounds to watch it on Newgrounds. And same thing with the collabs, like a lot of collabs I know bring on people to Newgrounds.
right.
So it probably, I mean, if Tom's doing it, it's probably best for the site in general. Because, I mean, if having a trailer section tanks the site, none of us want to be on a dead site that like so, maybe in a way it's helping us that we're lumped in with the trailers because maybe someone is clicking on a link to the Ina trailer and then sees us on the front page or something.
I think maybe like instead of calling it like a trailer section, maybe like a coming soon section
Yeah.
where you can also advertise collabs there too, like make like a little collab video. Yeah, no, I think that could work, honestly.
Now that
Yeah.
we have the trailer section, I would just like to say that the next one is gonna be the Bridge Kids movie trailer.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a trailer for everything now.
just to hype it
No,
up a
I'm
bit
only
more.
going to make trailers. Yeah, it's just gonna be a series of It's gonna be like the Fruit Loops ads where they're like they continue.
Yeah.
And I
You know
mean,
this?
sometimes people do make like skits that is in the form of a trailer, but like the skit itself is just a trailer that's for not like that's it's not for something that will ever actually be a finished
Yeah,
product.
that would be hard to categorize. Something
Yeah.
like that, or like yeah, I guess there is a gray area between like what makes something like a trailer or a commercial versus a cartoon. Yeah.
I got it. But let's see what else. I was thinking about because I do like this idea. Again, like for anybody, if you have any ideas for the site, I remember one time I just like messaged Tom about like, hey, what if we had like a feed system on Newgrounds that works like Twitter? And then Tom straight up gave me like all the logistics, like why a Newgrounds app wouldn't work, why a feed system wouldn't work, or like all
Yeah.
the resources that it would take to build something like that. And Newgrounds at the end of the day is still a very it's not a mega site. It's not getting
Hmm.
like,
Yeah.
infinite money hacks. It's still very much running by like a few dudes essentially.
Yeah. I
Totally.
mean, I gotta say, as a non-Twitter user, every single time I get a link to that site, I want to kill myself.
Yeah.
It's like there's a fucking warning, and it's like you don't have an account, and then you try to scroll, and it's like no, you don't have a fucking account, and then if
Yeah.
it's on a phone, you're fucked. If it's on a phone, they're like, no, you have to download an app. I actually I was
To be
telling
fair, to be
yeah.
fair, Instagram as a non-Instagram user, Instagram is the same.
Oh no,
Yeah.
totally. It's
Yeah.
totally fucked. Everything's fucked. I was telling Adam about my new world order. When I once I finally get to exact my take over the government.
Yeah.
Right,
Um,
right.
my new world order, it's going to be illegal for a website to make you download an app to look at something.
Did you
Yeah,
hear
I
about
feel it.
did you hear about like speaking of that there are these in New York City there are these new trash cans that
That you need the app, you need to scan to
you
use it.
need the app to scam to use the trash can.
I
Wait,
fucking
what?
yeah, I've been
Yeah.
seeing them around. I fucking hate them.
Yeah. Like,
I was like, what is this? Do you want me to recycle or not? Make up your fucking minds. I'm not gonna like
yeah,
get an app for this.
and it's like it's
Wait,
compost
what?
with compost. Yeah, no, but
For
it's one of
compost, yeah.
Mayor Eric Adams' solutions to the rat problem.
I don't
And
trust no one with two first names.
yeah, and it's like a like there's I remember my like I was just talking about this with Josh yesterday. Like he showed me a picture, like literally like the first day in use. Someone you could see a pile of fucking compost just spilled out in front of it because someone
Yeah.
tried figuring out how it works and just gave up because no one wants to spend more than 2 seconds using a garbage can.
Well, that's good for the rat problem. I think the more garbage outside the trash
Yeah.
can,
Yeah,
it's good.
The
It's
more
good for the
rats.
rats, right?
Good
The
for the
problem is
rats,
that
yeah.
there's not enough rats, right?
Yeah, there's not enough rats in New York City.
Yeah,
We're feeding the rats.
Eric Adams, not a secret rat. Yeah.
Oh man, it's just I don't like it. I don't like the over reliance on like having a phone to get anything done.
Yeah.
Because that's happening with actually like because my brother, for example, he works in securities for like building companies, and like they're trying to like have an app to open locks to doors. Like instead of a key card, it's like an app that you like use for like you want to get inside the building. And I'm like, this is just a bad idea. It's so cumbersome. You don't need to do all these
Yeah.
extra steps to like get inside your building. And it's like,
Yeah.
this is the cyberpunk dystopian future that like we're kind of dealing with.
Yeah, I went to fucking Chipotle a few months ago, and the workers are at the register, but they refuse. Like they're like, no, like they put chairs blocking off the line, and they're like, no, no, we don't do that. You have to order on your phone. And then there's just a line of people standing in the front of the building, just
Or
ordering on
ordering.
their phone.
Oh no, I fucking hate that.
Yeah,
That's pretty bad. That's
and I'm not like someone who keeps my phone on me all the time. I'm like really well, I'm really bad with that. Laura, but luckily Laura was there, so she ordered it. But then, you know, but
but I
then my
mean, it
credit
sucks
card
that you
doesn't
even need
go
to do
through
that. Yeah.
because my credit card, like, there's so much bullshit with that. It's like my phone will just, my credit card company will be like, oh, this is a weird purchase. This is kind of fishy. You're ordering Chipotle. And then
Yeah.
they'll fucking, and then it's just,
Yeah.
it's all
Lock
fucked.
it. Lock your credit card.
Yeah, but anytime I get a Twitter video, like it won't play. Like it's just every time, and I don't understand how to read tweets. Like I don't know what order to read the text. It's like reading Chinese. When I look at fucking Twitter. Yeah.
What
So
are
every
these
time I look
rooms?
at
Yeah.
it, I just look at it. I pretend to look at it because I click the link and I see gray things that say supported and not supported and download some. I see gray. I delete the thing, and then I just say haha lol. Every time I get a Twitter link.
No, you're better off. I mean, like,
I'll be sure to take screenshots more often.
Thank you.
if I did not need to use Twitter for promotion and to get freelance work, I would not be on Twitter. But sadly,
Oh yeah.
it's
Oh yeah. You're like huge on Twitter, right? You're as big as Elon. You're Elon's vice president, right?
the VP of Tweetland. Me
We're
and
actually
Elon
talking to Elon Musk right now.
right now. Yeah,
You
no.
got a direct line. Yeah.
Hey guys, welcome to Tweetland.
Wow, it's him. It's Elon Musk.
It's Elon Musk. Oh my gosh. He's a billionaire or something. I don't know anything about him. He's from Africa. Kind of weird that he's not black. Get on that.
You can't just ask them why they're not black. But yeah, it's Twitter is just like
It's got a bird
it's a
for a logo. Kind of weird. I don't know.
it's kind of a mess.
Investigate that.
Instagram
Weird
also
that
has,
it's a bird. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Instagram. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Instagram. I was actually yelling at my phone about Instagram today because, I was making a promo for this show,
Yeah.
this very show, and I like to I'm not gonna go into Photoshop and like like I'm gonna use the fucking bullshit text features that Instagram lets me do, right?
Yep.
So I needed to make a color so I could make my text visible. So I used the letter I, and made it really big, and made it yellow, and that was my like color that was gonna go behind my letters. Adam has no fucking clue what I'm talking about because he didn't see this. Uh, and probably everyone in this fucking. So anyway, I had to use letters as colors, and then the layering got fucked up, and it was a mess, and it's not meant for you to do anything in, and I was yelling at my phone, and I don't like Twitter. Whatever the fuck, I don't like any of it.
Yeah, no, same here. It's
Yeah.
it's just not like the tools are not good enough, and they're also trying to like everyone's trying to be like TikTok, or specifically Instagram's trying to be like TikTok, and they're just trying to get people to use the like feed system. I don't know what it is, shorts or whatever.
Yeah, where they
YouTube's
just
doing
tell
this
you
too.
what to
Yeah,
watch.
yeah,
Stories.
and
Yeah, I've even fallen victim to a YouTube feed drip where I'm like a hamster. And I just,
yeah,
yeah, like I
Yeah.
don't even mean to. I'm like, oh yeah, this sucks, and I keep doing it.
it's
Yeah,
just
I'm
like
not.
that's how they get you. They know just how to like get people to keep clicking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not like I don't have Facebook, don't have Instagram. I just have Twitter, but even like Twitter, I don't have like a Twitter addiction. I just like I follow so few people. But like YouTube is my addiction. YouTube, I will like waste like hours just
Really.
watching. I'll like I'll get to it now. You have the feature where you can just scroll over the thumbnail for a YouTube video, and I will be like, "Do I really want to watch this video? Well, I can at least get the preview for it, and
I've
I'll just
watched
watch the whole."
entire videos like that.
Well,
Yeah.
same.
Yeah,
If they're short enough, I will watch the whole video like
And
that.
they give you the text at the bottom,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
honestly, it's the only way to watch ad free.
It is. It is. I
Yeah.
mean, it's like I mean, embarrassing to admit, but like I'm one of the few people left on earth who hasn't downloaded ad block, because I consider myself a very patient person, but like YouTube has just become so it really pushed. I mean, Mike and I have to be incredibly patient people with the like making bridge kids the way that we do. It just the stupidest like like fucking way of making something. Uh, but like the YouTube like ads are like it's pushing me to the fucking brink. Like
I
the amount of times I've gotten an unskippable 12
Whopper.
second ad with the Burger King, with the shitty Burger King Whopper song, for a fucking 3 second long video, or
yeah,
two, or one, or just a one. I just want to watch a 1 second long shit post, and I'm getting an ad. In
yeah,
my new world order, you would not get advertisements for anything. Well, I guess actually the right answer would be
Yeah.
for anything, to be
yeah.
honest.
No, I mean, okay,
Yeah.
you're talking to me personally. I hate, like, I think marketing is the greatest evil that we've ever dealt with as a human species.
Yeah.
So, and I just don't like what it's doing to like people, especially like on a sociological like element. But that's a whole different conversation, and I don't
Yeah.
want to get into it because that's like way too much. But for YouTube, I bit the bullet and I just bought YouTube Premium
Oh,
because
interesting.
because
Yeah.
What do they let you do?
they
They
let me
let
turn the screen off of my phone and listen to stuff.
Okay, but that is exactly why I refuse to get YouTube Premium. I'm willing to get any other fucking like I'm willing to pay money for any other service, but I refuse to get YouTube Premium for exactly that reason, because you were able to do that
Yeah.
until they made YouTube
Yeah.
Red, and then they did not let you do that anymore,
Yep.
and
I'm
it's
glad
such a
they stopped
fucking
calling it YouTube Red because that sounds pornographic.
and
That's
red to
disgusting.
bread.
Yeah, I don't want to think about what fucking comes out of YouTube.
the YouTube red light district.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
I will say this: anyone who laughs at me for not having ad block does not know the joy of watching a
I
Hero
don't
Wars ad.
I don't use ad block because I don't go on the dark web.
Yeah, I don't use ad block because I don't frequent child
Yeah,
pornography. Thank you
yeah.
very much.
If you have ad block on your computer, you're
Yeah.
probably in the deep web.
Yeah, what do you have? What? Oh, I have I have ad block and a VPN and an encrypted
And a
fucking.
You
VPN.
just get arrested on the spot. You
No,
don't even need proof.
Yeah.
no. The thing is like, okay, so here's my thing with VPNs, right? It's just like all my information's already like in some like government database by
Yeah.
now. Like there's no point, is the thing.
Yeah, no,
For a
absolutely. No,
VPN.
no, literally, I
VPN's
uh,
just a sign of weakness. If you have one, it means you have something to hide.
the only I've only
That's that's a very
yeah.
fucking contentious statement, but like I don't
No,
disagree.
the only yeah, well, but like for what you were saying before, like I literally know someone who works at Google, and he has told me. I mean, if you're really depending on your view state, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, that sounds like something someone from Google would say. That's what they want you to think.
Yeah.
But it's like he told me like Google doesn't even need to like mine your data anymore because they have collected so much of it over the years that
Yep.
now they just have like that the I think was it the neural net system, and like also with just like AI technology too, is like they don't need to actually like get your specific data anymore. They just like based on like
They have your footprint from what you put in the
yeah,
internet like in the past. Yeah.
yeah, and then it's like it's just like you could have an AI just figure the rest out from there.
Yeah.
So
Well,
it's like
I don't even think it needs to know about you because like we're not that unique. I mean,
exactly,
Yeah.
yeah, there's probably 100,000 people exactly like us.
That have the
exactly,
same
yeah,
exact clicking trends or everything like that,
Yeah.
and yeah, it's again, I've given up on all that. Like,
yeah, me too.
oh, like my buddy was like, oh, if you're gonna do this, you gotta get a VPN. And I'm just like, they already have everything they already need off of me.
Which makes me suggest, why hasn't anyone made a dating site that harvests these clicking trends and then you can match with someone who's exactly like you in every way, right?
Because that's not how they make the money.
That's
Yeah,
true. Oh
The
yeah, true. You don't want people to actually match.
Yeah,
yeah,
Think
because
about
like
that. Yeah. No one's gonna ever successfully match on those.
I mean,
Because
I've had matches in the past, but like nothing
well,
long term.
that's exactly what they want.
Yeah.
exactly.
They want you to ride that dragon like a heroin addict, and they want you to get a taste.
They want you to pay the fucking money so you can boost your fucking thing in the
Yeah,
algorithm. And that's what Instagram is doing too. Instagram's been doing
Oh
that for the
yeah.
longest time where like you can pay for promotion to get your
Yeah,
stuff.
I hate it because I scroll and then I see my own art because they'll do Adam doesn't use Instagram, but like they'll put your own art that you recently uploaded like 2 or 3 posts ago as they'll just put it in your feed and like ask if you want to promote it.
I
And
hate that.
I'll just be like, "Oh, this is really cool. Oh, I made it."
Yeah. It's I don't like the way how like, the internet's like changing right now. I've had a bunch of people on the show before and we always have like the internet conversation about like, it's not good for like everyone to be on the same 3 to 4 sites at once
yeah.
just because
I
like
mean,
yeah, what
I
up?
don't know. For me personally, it's like the internet's changing, but I'm not gonna change. I'm gonna be stubborn. And it's like, uh, you know, I'm still like never gonna. I have no interest to whatsoever in getting on TikTok.
Yeah,
I'm
that's the
just.
Chinese spyware. That's the you know.
I mean, I've seen like my friends will send me like TikToks, or you'll see like TikToks on like a YouTube compilation or whatever. It is really like the most like brain dead fucking
It's
shit.
kind of like the good old
Vine
days, though.
2.0,
Some
Vine
of it.
2.0 is what I
It's
call it.
it's it's dumber than that.
Yeah.
Some of it's cool though. Like, some of it feels like old YouTube. Like
Yeah,
it's just brain dead, like kids hurting themselves or something,
Yeah.
and that's cool.
yeah.
But yeah, I don't do that. I don't.
I mean, it's a yeah. It's if I want to watch a if I want to watch a TikTok or like a compilation or whatever, I could just watch it on YouTube. It's like, but also it's not the end of the world for me if I honestly, in general, it's not the end of the world for me if I suddenly start just getting out of touch, just becoming a fucking boomer. Because I don't know, it just sometimes it just feels like it's it feels just totally like miserable to be like plugged in and just aware of uh you know everything
Yeah.
down to like
Mm,
down to like um down to like what is the latest crazy thing Elon Musk did. Like I don't care.
Yeah, there's like information that I just don't need to know, and like I'm too busy doing other
Yeah.
things to like put too much energy
yeah.
into it.
I just think yeah, like I just like pay attention to what I am interested in, and I just tend to
Same,
not,
yeah.
or even not interest. Like, I'll spend hours and hours on YouTube, but I like passively watch YouTube for the most part, unless I'm taking a shit. I just
Yeah.
will I'll be just working and have something play. I'll listen to the most fucking inane garbage. I was listening to some fucking chick talk about silly bands. The
Yeah.
fucking
Oh,
the
from way
rise
back
and
in the day.
fall of
Yeah.
the rise and fall of silly. I don't fucking care. I never owned a silly band. I don't give a shit. But I'll just listen to fucking anything.
Yeah.
Just to
I've
keep
never
me
I've never
sane.
played like any Elder Scrolls game, but I'll watch videos about like here's how the goblins are programmed in the Elder Scrolls Oblivion. And I'm like, wow, cool, that's so interesting.
Oh
No.
yeah,
What
yeah. I
I do
found one
with
for
YouTube.
about planes. Sorry. Yeah, you
Yeah.
go.
No, what I do with YouTube is just like I watch super long form speed runs. I don't even like speed runs. I just fall asleep to them because like the guys playing and talking about them like get very monotonous, and I'm like, this is like the perfect fall asleep sounds.
Yeah, I used to watch speedruns, and now I just can't get into them. I
No, I was never into them. It's just like they make me fall asleep.
yeah, interesting. Yeah.
I while waiting for stuff to export today, I was watching those videos of how to how to have a pacifist run of Dark Souls 2 or Bloodborne and stuff
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
I know that
The
guy who
the
you're
s-
talking about.
the
Yeah, yeah.
talent, yeah,
The production
the
value that goes into those is actually pretty nice. I like
yeah.
the
Really?
comedy. Yeah,
Yeah. Adam's a huge Dark Souls maniac.
I am. I am.
Yeah.
It's true.
same here. No, I
It's true. What can I say?
He's beaten every game. He's beaten
Not true.
everything in them.
Not
Everything that you could possibly do, he's done. He
is
knows them better than the developers.
Yeah. I'm
The-
actually the one who made the pacifist Dark Souls 2 video. I'm
we're
why
here live, ladies and gentlemen, with the guy that makes the
Infa.
pacifist Dark Souls 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Uh,
did. Actually, yeah.
it's true. I just I'm just full of epic skills. What can I say?
Animator.
I haven't beaten like Elden Ring, or I haven't even like played Sekiro still.
Oh, Sekiro makes me laugh all the time. It's one of the
Really?
funniest games I've ever played.
Is it a funny game? What do they do?
Uh,
Well, first
it's
of all, they're Japanese, so and that's pretty much it.
that's all you need
That
to
was the
know.
I think that was the first Dark Souls game. I didn't even realize it was a Dark Souls game till later. First one to interest me, and I wanted to get it, and I still want to get it, but I haven't. And I think
It,
I'll like that one more than Elden Ring because when I get like, I think Elden Ring's amazing. It's like really cool,
mhm.
but I get like overwhelmed with how much shit there is to do in games like that.
Yeah,
And
Yeah,
first I get sucked in for like a few weeks, and that's like all I'll think about and do. And then I'll take a break, and then when I try to go back, the magic's just gone. I'm like, I don't remember this character I made. I don't fucking care. Like, yeah, sure, I could go and do this, but like, I don't feel attached to any of this anymore, and I just kind of lose all my interest. So, and from what I understand, Sekiro is more like linear. It's just like, okay, kill this boss, now kill this boss.
yes.
yeah,
So,
Sekiro is very how to put it. You're not building your own character. You're taking control of one character in specific,
that's
and
yeah,
cool,
he
yeah.
has his story and narrative, and like you can explore openly, but like there's still like a set path that you need to like follow to get to the ending. But Sekiro is hilarious. I don't even want to spoil things that happen or like particular bosses. It's just a game that makes me laugh in particular. And I have like, have you played Pizza Tower?
I've been
I've
meaning to
heard all
play
about
Pizza
it.
Tower.
It's
Yeah,
very popular lately.
Pizza
yeah, I
Tower is
want to play that.
it's also a very funny game. And like, if you like, okay, this is gonna be like a wild comparison, but if you're the type of person that likes Pizza Tower when you play Pizza Tower, you are going to be the type of person that likes Sekiro.
It's
The
very interesting comparison.
the humor is different, but it has that same vibe
Interesting.
where it'll
Yeah.
catch you off guard, and if you like
Okay.
that type of stuff,
Are
they're
you a
both
Jet
very
Set
good.
Radio head?
Yes,
Yeah.
very
I
much
could
so.
tell. I have to.
Gee,
I own Jet Set Radio Future on the Xbox. I
it
still haven't fucking played it.
it's one.
I've played the first one, but not the second.
First one is super charming, but it's very janky as a game.
Yeah, it's super
Jet Set
stiff.
Jet Set Radio Future is one of the best feeling games I've played in my life.
Really? I know
Yeah.
the music's better too. I'm
That's
familiar with the music.
I would say that's subjective, but
Okay.
yes, I do really like the music in Jet Set Radio Future as well.
They have that crazy, annoying cake song.
Oh yeah, Birthday Cake, yeah, by
Yeah.
Chibo. I forget the
Really
name.
fucking annoying, but I like it for some reason.
Yeah, it gets stuck in your head, and like there are particular like areas in the game where like because different areas have specific playlists that they go through with the music.
Mhm.
And there's one in general, I forget what the name of the place was, but like you hear Birthday Cake come up so often there, and it got into my head, and I couldn't even get mad after a certain point.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I
Love a good birthday cake. Yeah, it was actually, it's been everyone's birthday lately. It was Sean and Hank's birthday, our sound guys.
Oh yeah,
They,
today is supposed to be Hank's birthday. So happy birthday,
oh, happy
Hank.
birthday, Hank! Yeah,
yeah,
Unless
happy birthday to
Sean,
Hank.
unless Sean lied to me, or unless I
Yeah,
misheard
I don't.
Sean
Why
because
would
I
he
wasn't
lie,
paying
right?
attention.
But yeah, Sean's birthday's tomorrow.
Yeah,
Oh, shit.
happy birthday, Sean and Hank.
And
Our sound guys.
Laura's dad's birthday is actually tomorrow. And we just had his birthday dinner. So
Happy birthday,
Yeah.
Laura's dad.
yeah, it's everyone's fucking birthday today. So I saw a birthday cake with my eyes today. Actually, had a candle and everything.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
I kind of miss eating, sugar and sweets because I'm like currently I'm in a ketogenic diet.
Interesting. I'm in a similar thing right now. It's not a ketogenic, but the gym Laura and I go to is doing a challenge to see who can lose the most fat percentage in 8 weeks, and I'm going on to week 7 now.
Okay.
And I am also deprived of sugar. I had maybe one fingerful of frosting.
Damn.
So you are in
But,
keto. Like, are you eating like rice or bread?
Yeah, like I try to avoid, like, honestly, it's just about prioritizing protein in my diet so I can try to maintain as much muscle mass as possible.
Got you.
So like, but I'll occasionally eat like rice or something. I'm not trying to like ruin my life. So like,
I
yeah.
feel that. No,
yeah, like I wasn't gonna like ruin this episode of Bridge Kids or something because I was gonna like prioritize like something, or like if I'm going out with friends, like I'll just find something on the menu that works. I'm not gonna like be like, can I get this but without the bread and with no cheese, and I don't do a blank with blank. I just
Yeah.
order the thing.
I've been prioritizing barbecue with my friends whenever we go out lately, just because
yeah.
like I'm in control of exactly what I can eat. But
yeah, definitely.
And let's see. I think anything else you guys want to bring up, like in particular, or we can move on to like viewer questions or listener questions.
There's viewer questions.
Well, listeners.
Okay, did they write them already, or what we asked for them?
Let me check right now. We got
Let's hear from them.
one
I don't want
person
to keep
that's
them waiting if they wrote something.
yeah. Okay. Pastel Fire on Twitter at Frailbulb asks. She asked multiple questions.
Oh.
Let's see. First one is up. How's y'all's day so far? Okay.
How's my day so far? It's been pretty good. We got the episode out. It was a little stressful because we were not sure if we were gonna get it done before this pod.
Yeah.
I've been stressed out like all weekend, but now that it's all done, I'm feeling I'm feeling better. I'm feeling
Honestly, I'm a
relaxed.
little
Yeah.
bored lately because I don't know what to do with myself now
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. I kind of like usually around this time I'm just kind of like in a in like a a limbo zone where I'm like, all right, I don't really want to like start anything new yet because the Bridge Kits is still not done. That's still where my mind is. Um, but like I have nothing to do anymore because all the animation production stuff is done already. Um, yeah, it's just kind of a weird. It's like anticlimactic in a way.
I
It
get
always
you.
is. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like once you get like the big major project out and then finished, and then it's just like, okay, then like
yeah. What now?
Now that's why you got to move on to the next one. Otherwise, it's like I even tried playing video games with Laura briefly because I had some downtime between this show and finishing, and like I tried playing Binding of Isaac, which is a game I'm obsessed with. I love it.
oh yeah, really fun.
I played one round and I was like, nah. And then I tried playing Kirby because that Kirby game that came out fairly recently, right?
Yeah, a deluxe remaster. I forget what version it's
Not
called.
that one. Forgotten Land. It was like the
Oh
newer
yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah. The 3D like platformer one. Yeah.
Yeah, Laura and I were playing that. Where it's like a good co-op game, and we were playing that when it came out, and we never finished it. And she made these like coasters that are Kirby and Waddle Dee, and I see them every friggin' day. These coasters. So every day I'm just reminded that I didn't finish that game. So I
Okay.
was like, oh, we should finish it. But then I kind of even like lost, like, I fell off with that. Like we played like 2 levels, and I kind of trailed off.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
I feel similarly with myself because it's just I have not been watching things, I have not been playing things or doing much. I just read. That's all I do for fun nowadays, like when I'm about to
mm,
fall asleep. And my thing is like not that I have like projects that like I build up and finish. It's just like I'm constantly working on a project, like multiple projects at once, and that's taking up a lot of energy. So I just don't really have like the energy to devote to like really paying attention to like external media, and that bothers me.
yeah. It just I don't get the same satisfaction out of anything else than making stuff. So it's like
Yeah.
Yeah,
even though like some stuff's really fun, you have to like have your heart in it. Otherwise, it's not. I don't know. I feel like I need that feeling of like stress. Otherwise, I'm not having fun.
that's kind of a thing that like people need to like step out of. That's tough because I feel that because I'm very similar. I need to like have that like deadline always looming for something to like make me like
Uh,
move around.
yeah, but I mean, still, it's still very nice to get the episode out. Definitely,
For
and
sure.
it's been very warmly received. Is one thing about it that me and Adam I think both agree on is like it's lighter than the last one, and it's kind of nice when you close off like a kind of depressing one. Like it was, I mean, Adam and I still think Force funny, but it's like definitely more like the palettes are like gray and sad, and it's kind of depressing looking, and it's just like it's kind of nice to push out something light that's like a little more innocent in general. Mm.
There's probably something to be said about there's a science behind it. Like when you're what you're staring at every day, working on, whether it has like dim colors, how it affects your mood, whether it has like dim colors or bright stimulating colors for yourself.
Yeah, definitely. It's nice to get something out there that's just like light fun.
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
still, I think like it just as good. Because we were worried that this was going to feel like a disappointment to people when we first started it, but now I think Adam and I both agree that it's basically just as good as the last one.
no,
So,
I really like it. Like again, it's very tough to like draw comparisons between like
mhm.
episode to episode because like they're about different things.
Yeah,
So, but I really
In
like this
my
episode too.
opinion, in my opinion, I'm happy with it because I think it's even funnier than the last episode. That's
really.
just me. That's just me.
No, it did have very good funny moments. And I especially love the. I mean, like you guys say it's not dark, but then the very end is just like Fugger just like being like to Lars like, hey dude, yeah, no, yeah, she
You
was
kind of
totally
really
into
ruined
me.
the mood by
Yeah,
having
you
fucking
ruined the mood.
Uber
Yeah.
on the ground.
Yeah, yeah. Oh
Of
yeah,
having an energy
I
drink in
wanted to
your
know actually
freezer.
because you watched it blind.
Yeah.
Um, did the irony of Lars getting like she asks right at the end she asks for Lars's name and number. Did that
The
come through
waiver
that?
that there was a
Yeah,
waiver.
did
Yeah.
that come through that Fugger was like an like you know it's like Fugger has been like trying to hit on her and she like indirectly asked for Lars's name and number and it like seemed like to Fugger she might have been hitting on him.
Yeah. No, no, I definitely
Okay.
got that up. I mean, that's because like my media literacy is like good, so I can get that
Okay.
out of Fugger. Like he would get like insecure about it. But yeah, no, I picked that up.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean,
But
it's fine if it was lost because
Well, because you might be distracted in that
yeah,
I got you.
it's true.
No, it's
shot.
no, I got it. It is like Fugger's that type of character where it's just like he's kind of like in his own head a lot of the time, and like he cannot see outside of his own like needs and wants.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So yeah, whatever worse interpretation I can have for Fugger is just pretty much what it defaults to in my head.
Yeah.
That's
Cause
good. Yeah, even things that I was just so used to listening to, like when I listen to the dialogue, I just know it all. I mean, same for you, Adam. But like even things like I was starting to second guess myself when we were rapping. Like, is it obvious that Fugger's lying in the beginning? I mean, obviously it is. It
yeah,
has to be. But like I don't know. I just because there are people like my mom is like media illiterate. Like you'll be watching the same movie as she is, and she'll just be like, "So who's that? Who is it?" You
yeah.
Yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah.
I mean like bless my oma, but like she's also like very similar. Like if it's not spelled out like word for word, like if characters are not like announcing it, she will not get it. And I know a lot of people like that too.
I feel
Yeah.
But
like the average new grounder, or like our target audience. For me, I was even kind of worried that like that beginning part was gonna read as like too cliche because it's just like someone who I mean like yeah I have a girlfriend, she's really real, she lives in a different state though,
Yeah.
I
and we broke up. I was kind of worried. I was
like
kind of
people
worried
would
that that would be
believe
like
him.
too.
Like that's
Yeah,
too
well,
believable.
I guess
yeah.
I guess if they don't know that, maybe like if
The
it's
oh
someone's first episode, I don't know.
I don't
no,
know. It's Fucker's a very clearly like hideously ugly person.
Disgusting. Yeah.
yeah,
Yes,
I feel like it's
I think that
obvious. Yeah.
I think it is. Yeah, I think
For me, what would have made
poorly.
me like
Yeah,
absolutely like get sent to the stratosphere if like there's a confirmation of a girlfriend that actually happened, and like he
yeah.
was not lying, he was actually speaking the truth the whole time.
Yeah, and they just broke up.
Yeah, I would have when I first saw the stroket,
Hmm.
uh, I thought that was like the actual girlfriend for a second,
Oh, I see.
like
Oh yeah, this is my ex.
yeah, no, that was like the immediate like first thing that my brain went to is just like going for the subversion because like that's what made me laugh like crazy. But then it turned into something else, and I really liked what it became towards the
Yeah,
end. It was
I
played
mean,
like very
we're
straight.
all for subversion like that, but I think Adam and I care too much about like realistically interpreting these characters that um, nothing Fugger ever says will turn out for for the. I mean, it's just too true to like real life, like what we grew up with. It's like, no, this kid just always lies. He just sucks, and
Yeah,
Yeah.
nothing's ever cool about him. He just fucking sucks. It's just yeah,
No,
and
I
but yeah. Sorry.
no, continue.
But yeah, like I think we're fine with like yeah, like we'll like lift the realism and like make things a little more fantastical in other areas. Like the adults especially, I think we're both like we'll try to keep adults out of things as much as possible, and when we put them in, they shouldn't even act like real adults. They should act like
Goblin.
animals or goblin, like they just like don't speak or speak minimally or like don't act like people. And like they will do things kind of like more fantastically, like the SWAT team or like stuff like that.
They go to
The homeless
extremes.
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
A serial killer from episode 3.
yeah, like that's where we'll put like the real like, oh, this just is fucking bizarre. Like, why would that even happen? Like, but Fugger having a hot girlfriend, like, that will never happen
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah.
We were actually once we were trying to write an episode where with a Fugger getting an online girlfriend, and then he meets her in person, and it's actually an underage little girl, and he's like he's
Yeah.
inadvertently a pedophile.
Yeah.
Uh, but it was just it got too weird when we had to write like the situations after that reveal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
No.
like like that's a hilarious setup, but you don't want to like that can't go anywhere.
Yeah.
It just needs the episode needs to end then.
That needs to be the end.
The
That needs
episode
to be
needs
the
to end with
punchline.
Fugger
Yeah.
being like, "Oh no, goodbye."
So, where's your sister?
No, no. What were there? What that whole thing was an answer to how are your days going? Were there more? Was
Yeah.
there
Yeah.
more
That
questions?
there are more
Yeah.
questions. What's Adam and Mike's favorite foods and dislike foods?
Ooh, Adam,
Mhm.
do you have an answer to this? I don't know.
I remember as a kid for dislike foods. I remember eating zucchini and puking.
Really?
Okay.
But
Damn.
nowadays, but that was as a kid. Nowadays, I could probably eat just about anything. I have
Yeah,
to
I'm
think.
cool with most things. Honestly, the worst thing I've had in recent memory, I was at a K barbecue place and they had entrails, I think it was called, or like
Mm,
some they fucking just chopped up some things, some mammal's intestine. And I was like I was open minded because it like the picture didn't look that bad. Um, and then you chew on it and it's just like the fattiest. It's just like chewing
uh,
rinds of fat. Like it was gross.
yeah,
Okay.
I swallowed two of them down and then I was like done with it.
Yeah.
yeah.
But
You didn't like the
foods,
texture, I assume. Yeah.
yeah, it just didn't seem like something I was meant to eat. And that kind of fucked with me. But things I like right now because you're catching me on this diet where I'm just trying to eat my macros and like get like honestly like right now I just wish I could eat like the most like nutritionally devoid foods and right now like
I feel you. Yeah.
the biggest thing is like cereal and milk and like
Yep. Yep. Yep.
stuff like that. Like I used to I am known I used to be known for my cereal consumption. I in high school I tried to try every single cereal that ever existed and I would staple them to the wall of my mom's garage, each box so I could keep track of them. And so there's like about 100 or so different boxes of cereal on my mom's garage wall.
Damn.
That's kind of cool,
um,
actually.
Yeah, she hated it at first and was yelling at me, and she was like, "You're not using staples, right? You're not like permanently damaging it." I was like, "No, no." And then she brought in contractors and like all these like these just working dudes were like, "Oh, it's cool. Oh, that's my favorite cereal right there. I love what like fucking Wheaties or whatever, And then she started liking it because other people liked it. So
Yeah, I
now she
get you.
thinks it's
Yeah.
cool.
Now she's
But
just a bandwagoner.
yeah, she bandwagon. I
Hey.
mean, I was ahead of the curve on that one, but yeah, I fucking love cereal. And there was a little scare in me because one of my favorite cereals, Pops, I was
Oh yeah,
hearing
Pops
was
is good.
going
Yeah.
off the market.
What?
Yeah, I heard Corn Pops was being taken off the market, but I think it was like a fake story or something, but it spread all over the fucking place. I can't look. I mean, I'm not gonna look now because I'm not allowed to eat it right now, but
Oh, I
that's
torture
it's.
myself. Whenever I'm in
Oh
a
yeah.
huge diet, I just like watch cooking videos about like a bunch of like confectionaries, like
Oh yeah, I'll do that
desserts.
occasionally, but right now I'm just like, I have to have it like just rigid and just boring. It's like just fucking like yogurt and meat and stuff like that. That's all I eat. Uh, you know.
Yeah. I mean, I can have pretty much most cheeses, so like I'm happy about that.
What are your favorite foods, Gens? While we're still on the question.
Uh, let me see here. I have a very, very, very huge sweet tooth. And
Yeah, me too.
this is what makes this diet like very difficult a lot of
Yeah, I
well
love shit with cream in it. Like a
oh
lobster tail or something, or a cream puff, like those things. Man.
yeah. Oh, cream
Or
puffs are real
maybe,
good.
well,
No,
Yeah.
don't get sexual with this.
what?
What the fuck?
You don't know what I was gonna say.
I did not know. I genuinely did not know. You guys know each other better than I do. So, but
Well, I won't be crass.
my favorite food, I think I'll have to give it to either like sweet potato pie or pumpkin pie. They both
Ooh,
taste the
Interesting.
same to me.
Yeah, I've
So
never had a sweet potato pie.
it's very similar to
yeah.
pumpkin pie. So if you had pumpkin
Pie's
pie,
good, but I need the cream. I can't eat it without cream.
oh, you can just put like whipped cream on top
Yeah,
and
I
just
know,
enjoy it.
yeah, but
Yeah,
definitely. But without that, I don't know if. I mean, I'd eat it. I'd fucking eat anything that's sweet. I'd eat anything, period, generally.
yeah.
But it's so regular, you know. Like it's like a block of the same, and I like the cream to kind of break it up.
Okay, I get you. I feel like the crust is enough of a difference for me to like enjoy it.
Oh yeah, the crust is good.
But
Yeah.
as
All
far
right,
as
what's our next question? Oh,
yeah,
sorry, I don't want to cut you off.
no, you're all good. I was gonna move on to the next one anyways. Um, I think we answered this throughout the show. How long have you guys had the idea for Bridge Kids, and did anything change from the final product? I think
Yeah, we pretty much like
Yeah,
we said we pretty much just came up with it on the spot for a 48-hour film.
yeah,
For the first
yeah.
episode, yeah. And then it just kind of formed every episode from there circumstantially. Excuse
yeah.
me.
The funniest question here at the end is why is it called Bridge Kids if they're changing locations? And I'm like,
Oh, look at the fucking cartoon.
Yeah. Why don't you zoom out? There always has been a bridge. It's always been there.
There's always,
Always has been.
yeah. The hardest one to find is in episode 3.
Yeah, it's only in
One
one shot.
shot, and you can't
Yeah.
see the whole thing. But there's a promo on my Instagram that has, I'm pretty sure, the entire bridge in it. And you can see how it goes over all these buildings. So go on my Instagram at Mike Carf and look at it.
yep.
What's this user's name?
Frail Bulb on Twitter, Pastel Fire. They also have an Instagram, I think. So yeah.
They better.
All right.
Yeah, but I think you could still see even in the episode, like
Yeah, but if
there's
you want a
a
good look at it, you
yeah.
go on my Instagram and scroll.
Yeah.
And
Or
look
you
at my other
or you
stuff too.
join the or you can join the Patreon and then you have access to a full high resolution drawing
Yeah.
of the full background
Yeah,
of every episode.
Yeah,
Connect system.
Sponsored.
I've been showing it in like the video for people that are gonna watch later. Just like, hey,
Oh, cool.
this is
Nice.
just what you guys can get on the Patreon if you guys like subscribe to it.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
I think that the right now there is still like on the Patreon page itself, it does seem kind of like because we don't show on the Patreon page right now like the stickers and and stuff, and we have like the streams in our monthly stream. We also do a monthly draw stream, but we do those
Yeah.
in Discord. We don't
Yep.
really.
Yeah, so our the patrons can talk directly to us. I take requests and I'll draw whatever people ask for. I don't think anyone ever asks for anything most of the time, so
Yeah,
I just draw whatever we're talking about or just random garbage. And Adam and I will just shoot the shit with people.
kind of like we're doing right now.
Yeah, like this.
This is a
except it's with-
preview of their private Discord for Bridge
yeah, it's
Kids.
with epic patrons like Shaggy, who's very cool. I didn't know you knew Shaggy.
Yeah,
Very
Shaggy works at
cool guy.
Scumhouse, another animation studio. They've been friends. I've been friends with them for like a long time. I actually
Oh wow, yeah.
Scumhouse currently is in Massachusetts. I'm not gonna dox them, but yeah, no, I visited them like
45, Albany
2 years
Road,
ago,
apartment 2B.
and then somebody that's living there is going to like get some very curious messages.
Yeah.
We put like I mean it's a 7 instead of 10-digit number, but like we still do like put like a phone number on that waiver. I am kind of
Yeah, I didn't know. I just put random number. Oh, one of the numbers was 1459 because that was we name our files after the frame number.
Oh, okay,
oh
okay.
yeah, that's right.
So like, we'll
I
just
didn't
like
even think about that. Yeah.
so we'll do cuts at frame number. Like we'll do the lip sync in one go for each sequence, and then we'll cut at each lip sync frame number.
Yeah.
And then the name of the file is that, so we know where to cut the frame. You know, it just makes everything easier. So 1459 was a file I was stuck on for like 2 weeks. So I made part of the phone number 1459, I think, and then I don't remember. I think I just picked random numbers for the rest.
Oh, you're talking about the latest episode for Lars
Yeah,
when he was filling it out.
when
Yeah.
Lars signs the waiver.
Yeah. Well, there's no area code though, so I mean, could be
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
Well, it's one of 50 different numbers,
Yeah.
but yeah, who knows? I
I'm
wonder if
I'm
you can even. I wonder if you can even dial without the area code anymore.
You gotta. It probably just assumes it's yours, right?
Who knows? I guess I
um
could just figure it
I've
out, but I
never
don't know.
tested that out.
Yeah, I never
I'm
tested it
reading
out.
the liability waiver that you guys wrote. Stroke Energy is not responsible for any negative symptoms experienced during or after the consumption of Stroke Energy. The consumer is financially responsible for any medical expenses he/she may accrue post-stroke TM consumption and forfeits the right to take any legal action against the Stroke Energy Corporation. That's hilarious.
That took a long time to write in Flash.
Yeah, no,
It's
I know.
fucking hell. The text is always the surprisingly the most like annoying thing, to draw. Like over anything else, just writing words is like always the fucking worst.
Because you got to make them legible for anybody that needs to pause and like got to be clear
Yeah,
enough.
and they just gotta feel right too.
Yeah,
Luckily our credits aren't like that. That's just kind of like it's a little neater than how I write naturally, so it's like that's not hard. But when I was like the waiver, I was trying to make them look nice, so I'd have to like go in and really make sure the letters
yeah.
looked good.
Also, I got to give you guys props to just coming up with the idea of Stroke Energy drink because I was like
Thank you.
very
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you. That took a while. It didn't take that long, but it like figuring out the branding and everything was it was a pretty like it was an undertaking. I mean,
It
uh,
worked out though. I mean, it ended up being like the perfect name.
yeah.
yeah,
It
yeah,
helped the punchline along too. I liked it a lot.
yeah. It's a double entendre, which is cool. And it kind of adds like a sexual layer to when she's like, "You guys want a stroke?"
Stroke, yeah.
It's like it's kind of like awkward and weird. Uh, yeah, we're both pretty happy with it, but yeah, like that was another thing that was just like I drew like not a ton of logos, but like I don't know, 10 different logos for what stroke could look like and what the cans could look like, and there's all those different flavors, which
Yeah,
I guess I didn't need to draw, but I did. All the
I mean
different.
the color palettes were really cool for them too.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean it. We definitely like the blue and green can the best. That's our favorite design, which is why it gets the most use. And it's also the branding on the car at the end, like the Hummer-y Jeep thing. Um, but yeah, the stroke. It's kind of cool because I've never been like a world builder guy. I don't know if you have, Adam. I don't think so either. Like you don't think of your characters as real people, and you don't think of their worlds they occupy as real places.
Right, right, right.
Um,
Yeah.
so it's been kind of cool that like by accident, through making these, we've kind of fleshed out our universe, and it's like, oh, there is a Mecha Mart, and there's Stroke, and Stroke is something you can buy at Mecha Mart,
Yeah.
and like it kind of organically happened, and it had and like we
I
didn't
mean,
have to like make bullshit ads that were just for like no reason,
yeah. I mean, like that's the right way you go about doing world building is like
Yeah.
make it. But I feel like so many people like get the get it the other way around, like, and they want to they come up with this great big expansive world,
And
uh
they don't make a single damn cartoon.
yeah, and like
Yeah, no, I feel that.
yeah, and or they come up with like they come up with like what the politics of each realm is,
No,
and
that's too much. Yeah, I agree.
yeah, and like the belief system, the religions, and meanwhile they haven't come up with a main character yet.
Yeah, no, that's how I am with like when I'm making characters. It's just like the world gets created as the characters need it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Like, oh hey, like
exactly.
I don't think about like every single copy shop in the like world of like, Boxcar City, for example, but I had like if a character's saying like, oh, I got this like copy from XYZ or from this place across town, like, just to make emphasis like, hey, he got this copy from all the way across town and like gave it to this other character to show like, hey, this is what this guy's doing. It's always like the world is whatever the characters need the world to be. And that's how
Yeah,
I always feel about developing anything like that.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean it's almost cool because it wasn't even like we were because that could have easily happened. Like I think even when we were making episode 2, we were thinking about having the inside of the convenience store be a set. Um, and if that was the case, we would have had to make up all these bullshit brands to just like fill up the shelves and stuff. Um, and they just wouldn't have the same amount of trunk because like with this, I had to think basically like a marketer. Like, okay, what does this can look like? What does the branding look like? Like, what is the product? And had to actually think about it as a product and then put it in. And now, if we just need to fill up a convenience store, that's like, oh, well, now we have organically this product that looks good on a shelf and that we can just reuse and like we don't have to just make filler bullshit. Like it can be, I don't know. It's pretty cool that it just happens by accident like that.
Yeah. I mean, it's also fun to make that like prop design sort of thing. Like just have things in the background just to like, because like currently right now in my own story, like I have the character in a movie theater and it's just like kind of fun to draw like background elements of like posters for movies that don't exist.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
But for me, that's just me like playing around with compositions that I would not be playing around in the actual narrative just
Yeah.
because like it's a separate element. But that's like me having
It's
fun.
fun when you want to do it, and it's like miserable when you don't want to think about something like that.
Yeah.
Like
It's miserable when you feel like you need to do it.
it's miserable when you're like, oh, I need to fill this shelf with bags of chips. And you just are like, okay, this is a red bag with a yellow circle on it. Fuck it. Like that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Because it's also irrelevant information too for anybody like actually watching it.
Yeah.
yeah,
Anytime you're spending like line economy on something no one cares about, it like feels like hell.
Yeah.
Like bricks, you're just drawing bricks in the wall or something, yeah. Or like sidewalk. I hate sidewalk lines. It's like a peeve of mine, drawing those.
Yeah. I feel that too. It's just like I want to like that's why I try and stylize backgrounds a little bit too. I want to mess around with mixed media more in
Mm-hmm.
different projects, like have photo bashing for background elements just to
mm,
Yeah, I saw some of your stuff did you had like animated elements. That like in your Instagram posts at least. Is your comic I'm guessing your comic's all still, right? There's
yeah,
no
it's a still
there's no
comic.
gifs.
Whenever Macromedia Flash died, I had to give up a lot of the animation like elements that I wanted to do for my comic.
That sucks.
yeah.
Cause
That was always a cool thing, just like Flash ad where you could just have, it's not, it's a website, but it doesn't have to be like a video. It doesn't have to be a still thing. It's like I always like those little interactive elements of
Yeah,
things.
but you couldn't adjust the volume most of the time, which sucked.
yeah,
I guess you could lower your whole computer's
Yeah,
volume.
I mean
Yeah.
that was just kind of the way that it was done before.
yeah,
Yeah.
like the old Gorillas websites. when they were like, in
Yeah,
phase 1, phase 2, Plastic Beach. They had like this explorable world,
yeah.
and like you're not gonna get that anymore.
Homestar Runner.
Homestar Runner,
Oh
yeah.
yeah. Does
Yeah,
this Homestar's Runner website work
I
now?
think. Yeah, I think that they are uh, they did something to like so that you could actually like use the website and stuff, because I mean most of them are just like videos still, and I imagine you might be able to still even click like the Easter eggs and stuff, but I remember there being like one episode had a sometimes it's just like little things. I remember like the there were like Halloween episodes where there were tunes, but like the whole thing was like it was a game where you give the characters different, like you get to choose what like candy to give them for like them trick or treating, and they give you a different response. And I think they probably still have it that way because it's like still like, I guess technically that's like a game, but
What they're using right now to run the website is Ruffle, the same thing that Newgrounds uses to like.
right, yeah, that's right, yeah. Um, sorry, you go on.
Yeah. I tried
No,
playing the Impossible quiz in browser, and some of it's unplayable right now
Now
because
it's
of
literally impossible.
yeah,
yeah.
literally the impossible quiz.
You got to download the Swift, I guess,
That sucks.
wherever that might exist.
Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, but yeah, one of the other things I wonder if this is still even possible with Ruffle. Maybe it is, but like one of the episodes, it was a Christmas episode or December Ween episode, and at the end it's a countdown clock until the end of December Ween, and it's like if you're watching it like um uh, if you're watching it on any other day of the year, it's like literally like a month, day, hour, minute, second clock countdown to the end of Christmas. Um, I mean, I guess they would probably just connect that to like your computer clock or something. But I imagine there's like a plenty of like skits where there's just little things, just little like little elements of things that you probably just you know no one would even think to do that anymore because uh
Well, Flash is
because
dead,
Flash is dead.
I got a
and
message from Laura. Oh, she said, I got a last question. What
oh,
made us continue with Bridge Kids? I'm glad you did because it's a really funny series, but the first episode is pretty self-contained. So what made you revisit it?
okay.
Laura, was this your question or was this on Twitter? Oh, you found this?
Oh, it was on Twitter.
Laura does some digging. She's my research analyst.
Oh yeah, no,
Uh,
I just refreshed it right now. Yeah, that was a new question. Yeah,
yeah,
by
Laura
Zip
stays on top
Robo
of shit.
at
Good
Zip Zip
job, Zip
Robo.
Robo. Good job, Laura, with the catch. Zip Robo. Good question. Uh, yeah, Adam. I think Adam was the one who really wanted to do like. I was down to do the second one, but Adam was really the one who was like I think saw more potential in the sequel than I did.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even I remember like I wouldn't even think of like before like while we were making like a 48-hour film, I wasn't even like thinking of um like of continuing it until like you just like said like, well, we made these rigs, so we have like these assets that we could just reuse and make more stuff like this. And I'm like, well, if we're able to and it's easy, uh and it ended up being taking a lot more effort. It wasn't as easy as we thought, but like I'm like, why not? I don't know. It's like it kind of just, I feel like things just kind of like fell together. Um,
Yeah, well, we made the first one in a weekend too, so we were under the impression that we could make the second one in a weekend.
and
And
Yeah,
I think it was something was like the motivating factor for us actually doing it. I think it was like, Because like Adam was like, "Are you down to do it?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm
Well,
down." Just like,
well, being realistic is probably that I got laid off, so I was I was jobless, and I'm like, I need something to do. I
oh
want to
yeah,
make something.
yeah.
This is probably just the brutal reality.
But we were pretty gung ho, and we went in without a script because that's what we did for episode one. Like,
Yeah,
and when the more people you involve with something, like the less you can just fucking go off the cuff with things.
yeah,
Like if it was just me and Adam, we could just bullshit together an improv session and make an episode probably. It
yeah.
just wouldn't be as grand or good as like what we're making now. But the more people you bring in,
Yeah,
like
I
as
mean,
soon as you have
we
a
got
purpose.
lucky the first time when we got like Mo on board. I mean, when when we got John to play Mo, and because like we were at first like we were just like improvising, in a way that was easy for us. And then when we got John on board, it was it just happened to we just happened to be very lucky, and it just happened to also be like really easy for him to just improvise stuff as well. But then as you get work with more and more people, it's like it's like it turns out that our method it turns out there's a reason that that not everyone does it this way.
Yeah, but even episode two, I remember we were both under the impression that we could just wing it, and then John, the first time we got John in for record, he was like, I don't know what to do, like, because we didn't even
Yeah,
have a fucking episode, we didn't have a plot,
Oh,
yeah,
and
okay.
and it was really bad because like we just got magic, we got really lucky with the first one. And just like made up shit, and just it just worked for the first one. Not saying it's like a masterpiece, but it worked, and like it was relatively effortless on the idea side of things. Like we never second guessed ourselves, and like the art took the bulk of the work. Where now, and even in episode two, recording and everything and like figuring out the episode takes up more than half the time usually. Animation's
yeah,
actually one of the shorter segments now, but like in episode one, it was like, oh, this is the idea, let's record. Adam edits the audio together. That all happened in like 12 hours, and then the rest of the 36 was just making it. But like two, like we didn't even know what we were doing. John didn't know what he was doing because we didn't have enough direction for him. Then we wrote the episode, and
yeah.
honestly, like people, it's our most popular episode, like by numbers.
Smoking butts, yeah,
But it's kind of just like a bunch of jokes. Like it's not there's not really there's like a little bit of a plot, but honestly, of all of them, even the first one included, it has the least amount of plot. It's like, yeah, there's a fire that gets built because Fugger gets bullied and throws his hat on a flame. But like, it's not really. It's just a bunch of jokes because it was that much more like it was that underwritten. Like it was more like we had. I think I had come up with the idea of them lighting cigarette butts on fire because he's trying to be like Hunter S. Thompson or something, and that was like that was just like a vehicle for the jokes we wanted to do.
yeah, yeah. Most of it is literally just Mo and Skid roasting Fugger, and Fugger
Yeah,
being like, "No, no, that's not true. No."
yeah,
Um,
and also because we did the first one in a weekend, we thought we could do episode two in a weekend, and I probably pulled a like a triple all nighter or something. I think I slept like 4 hours or something, but I was just trying to crank out the entire thing. But this was right. I think it's like 5 minutes long. Uh,
yeah.
and the difference is like between 2 minutes and 5 minutes was just so much bigger, and like
Right, right, right.
Took
yeah,
us
it
like a
just.
month to do like the whole
I think
episode.
it took. I actually think it took 3 weekends. I think 2 weeks, 3 weekends is what it took us to do to animate it. Uh,
But maybe then like 2 weeks like coming up with the it was probably 2 weeks then
oh
before
yeah,
doing like the
yeah,
or
audio
at
and
least like
stuff.
or maybe even longer
Yeah, because
um,
John had a lot of good takes, and then there's the vape, blowing the vape in the face and stuff.
yeah,
That shit was funny.
yeah,
And then yeah, and then yeah, we had the Halloween one right after that too. I think we just were going with the momentum we had, and then yeah, I don't know. But yeah, that's I guess that's a really long answer that didn't really answer the question.
Well, I
But
actually
yeah,
to continue off of that, to like for as to like why we continue, you know, even after that, then that's when we like opportunities opened up to us, you know, around that time to like that made us think that we should we should pitch this as a TV show. We should put together like a pitch bible and actually pitch it as a TV show. And like, you know, when we got to like that level where we actually can analyze like what we're looking at, it did kind of make us like, um, you know, we weren't just like, you know, making it and winging it. It was like now we actually are kind of putting like a lens on our own work to see like I mean the more I say this out loud, the more kind of like self suck it sounds, but it's like you know is being able to see like why like you know it works.
yeah,
I think that you know a lot of people like resonate with it because like they see. I mean, it, to nearly quote one of my lines in the pitch like verbatim is like a lot of people see like the weirdos that they grew up with or are
Yep, yep, yep.
in like all the characters and Bridge Kids, and so it's like well that's how we you know build off, that's how we you know make more episodes. We gotta have more you know more of those characters that you know that we grew up with.
yeah, and I think at least myself, like I never. It kind of just like I never was a guy who wanted to make a show. Like I remember in school and stuff, everyone wants to make a show. Everyone has their characters, their OCs, whatever. I
Yeah.
just was never like I always like was like, oh, I want to make a cartoon about this, and then I want to make something completely different that has nothing to do with that. Like that's always how I've been, and I want to make characters for like the plot to go forward. Not like I don't care about like to me imagining characters that could be put in different situations didn't make any sense like 3 years ago. That didn't make sense to me because it's like no, I want a character that I don't want a versatile character. I want a character for this specific story. Um, but yeah, these just kind of fell into my like they fell into our laps after that, and it just felt like we could inject them into other stories, and like we keep coming up with more of them, and it's also just nice. Because I still do my own personal animation that is like what I used to do. But that stuff is traditional and it's way slower. So having this to do and keep me busy and also be gratifying because we get to finish it frequently,
Yep.
well, relatively frequently, is nice.
So when you said it's way slower, you meant in terms of production, I assume.
Oh, like traditional stuff is way, yeah. Like I'm making a cartoon right now. Now I'm just plugging my own shit that has nothing to do with Bridge Kids, but
That's all good.
um,
People still care. It's by one of the creators of Bridge Kid.
yeah, it's not gonna come out anytime soon. It's my own passion project. I don't really want to talk about it. I mean, I don't pop post about it really because I don't want to pretend like it's a finished thing when it's not. But I have some animated shots on it that are on my Instagram. If it's like trying. Basically, it's I really enjoy animating. I like to do it, which a lot of animators apparently don't. And and like it's kind of like my animation. It's like what I like to do, like make things move and make things look nice without prioritizing it being funny or being a good story. Um, so and it's all on ones, and
It's insane.
it's yeah it's
Wait,
about a bunch of businessmen
it's
killing
not.
themselves.
Yeah, I was gonna talk.
Yeah,
I was just thinking like, oh, is it that one? Is that like your personal project?
Y-
Okay, I thought you were making
yeah.
that for like some professional thing.
No, it's my own personal thing. Adam helped me out on it actually. He did some really good inks on it. And he bore with my he put up with me being super strict about like I'm just like very fussy about things and like things being the way I want them to be. So he really was a trooper with that like that. I think I uploaded the guy shooting himself onto Instagram.
Yeah, I remember that one too.
If it's the inked one, Adam basically did the. I always do my personal touch at the end just because I need to be able to say I did something. And there, I'll always have something I'm like want to fix, but he really did like all that inking, and that inking is fucking insane. Like it's extreme. It's like the most precise shit. But even then you can't be too precise because if you're too precise in Flash, it looks tweened. So you
Yeah.
have to be like slightly imprecise.
Strategically dirty.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Yeah,
I feel
yeah, or strategically messy.
yeah. It's and like inking it is gonna be an undertaking. It's not even like some of it's missing boards. Like I've just been working at it like very scatterbrained, and it's I have the whole concept worked out, but like I want it to have its own like music too, and I'm trying to figure out if I want to do that or I was talking to the sound guy we have, Sean, about possibly doing that, but like because it's such vaporware right now, like it's not realistic for me to talk to him about like the actual music till the animation's done. So, but yeah, if anyone's interested in seeing like shots from it, it's on my Instagram. If
yep
you don't have an Instagram, get one so you can see them. So
yep.
or you can look at my reel on YouTube, and there's like a few that are in their rough stages there, but it's not up to date.
I've been showing it up on Scream for anybody that's trying to get there. You
Oh,
should
cool.
you should put your links also on Newgrounds because like you have no links
Oh, true.
Yeah, no, you just have in your profile description, follow me on Instagram at
at
Mike
my
Carp.
car, and you can
Yeah.
literally link people to your
Yeah.
Instagram on Newgrounds.
Yeah, well, people who care will do the work.
Yeah.
But yeah, Adam does his own stuff too. He made a really cool cartoon about Norman eating bread, and I thought that was
Yeah.
very funny.
Yeah, I mean, I did that because we were having a little event where we were all making a little cartoon. I just wanted to have I just want to do a little something for myself, but that was last year. I'm I'm not like Mike where I'm balancing like a 40/50 hour work week with Bridge Kids and then another personal project. But whenever I can, yeah, I'm I'm probably gonna, yeah, like have another. I still want to do like some stuff for myself, like
Yeah.
like in between Bridge Kids episodes at some point. But like overall, like I'm still like, you know
Yeah. I mean, it
Bridge
is
Kids is
hard.
still my primary passion project.
Definitely. I mean, it's
Yeah.
hard to not prioritize it when, I mean, it's not like we have an insane amount of patrons, but we really appreciate the people who are our patrons, and like they're really cool people, and it's really like nice of them to be so generous and like give us money. So we do try to like prioritize it because there are people who are, um, like they want it and they want to see it. So,
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, and also like we want to make it,
yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
I personally would love to see you guys like if it's possible to like have this be like your full-time sort of gigs.
I would love that.
Yeah, because then I
I
could do
mean,
40 hours of Bridge Kids a day and then do my personal stuff afterwards, which is nice.
yeah, yeah, totally. I mean, even still, like honestly, you know, balancing Bridge Kids with other like animation work, like even if I didn't have, I don't know, like I feel like even if I was fucking doing Bridge Kids while like delivering pizzas or some shit, like I feel um like this is pretty much like exactly what I wanted it to do is make a fucking a web cartoon.
Yeah, it
Uh,
is very. It's honestly unreal that Tom acknowledged our series on Newgrounds. Like it's still surreal that like
yeah,
we're listed as a series
it's
like
crazy.
Yeah,
amongst like
a Newgrounds staple. Yeah.
yeah.
No,
Sorry.
it's the one thing I'll always give Newgrounds over like a lot of sites, even like compared to DeviantArt or Tumblr, is Newgrounds will just prioritize things that look unique and are different. And like if you guys are like Tom is someone that like appreciates hard work. And it's not just Tom. There are a bunch of other moderators and people that like run the site. And if you, they acknowledge effort, and if something is good, they will like try and like promote it. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's what I
And
feel
that's
like
why,
with the Bridge Kids.
yeah, it's I fucking love that because it's like it's not it's the opposite of what everyone else does. Everyone else wants to get like what looks like it will be successful, whereas Newgrounds does what looks like something that's actually unique.
Yeah, Newgrounds rules, and that's honestly the reasons why our patrons are so cool. Is because they're like all from Newgrounds.
Yeah, I I don't even I feel like I'm so like disorganized with like my like where people find my work or like if my if like I have a family member that like wants to see my work, it's like I don't really like do stuff on YouTube anymore. I mean, I'll show them Bridge Kids, which we have like on YouTube. Like Mike's the one who uploads there, but like, and then I have like a portfolio website. But like, I feel like Newgrounds is the best way to like show all the stuff that I've worked on or I've contributed like to.
Yeah, it's very good for archiving too.
Yeah, it's just like but then if I want to like show my family that, then it's like then they look at fucking Newgrounds and it's like I'm sending them to the dark web.
What is this website? I've never heard of it.
Yeah,
I
what
remember
is this?
when
Yeah,
my stuff was on the front page, uh, and the banner art was there. Shout out to Tom Pope again for like doing that for me. But my brother saw it and he immediately went to like my mom and tried to like show my mom like, hey, check this out. Like, Gens is on Newgrounds. And my mom was like, oh, cool. What's that? And, like
yeah,
she had no concept of it. And I'm like, oh, this is just my childhood.
Yeah, Newgrounds is the dark web.
yeah,
This is why we need
uh,
the VPNs because
yeah,
we're
Yeah.
on Newgrounds all the time.
Newgrounds is actually where they trade child slaves and get like drugs and stuff.
Yeah.
uh,
For anyone listening, it's a joke.
Yeah.
well, have we if you I'm starting to wonder if like some of this stuff that we said if like well, no, I guess you don't. Do you monetize this on YouTube?
No, not at all. I don't care to
Yeah,
monetize
yeah,
this.
maybe it's fine. I don't know.
I'm
um
pretty sure YouTube will be like, you guys are fucking degenerates. We're not gonna give you any money.
yeah,
But like, and I think that's why they suppress my stuff and like algorithms are trying to share stuff around. But I don't care. YouTube's YouTube. Newgrounds is where I get a lot of the love for a lot of my
yeah,
stuff. So
yeah,
that's what it is. But that said, I do. Again, if you're listening to this, search Mike Karf on YouTube. Find Bridge Kids, or you can search Bridge Kids, but I think you can find it through Mike's channel first, right now,
yeah,
currently.
yeah. I think that now like you might have to or look up Bridge Kids on if you're listening to this on Newgrounds. You look up Bridge Kids here on Newgrounds.
Yeah,
That's
You'll
true, yeah.
probably find it faster.
yeah. But if you're
Uh,
on YouTube, search Bridge Kids, Mike Karf on YouTube, and like again, like do subscribe, write comments, help boost it along the algorithm just a little bit because I feel like it's completely underrated. I think Bridge Kids is criminally underrated. I actually had a guest on a while back. His name is Fang Dangler, and
oh yeah.
he's a Canadian animator. He does a lot of really cool stuff. He's also working on his own short film currently right now, Cassandra Complex. It's on Instagram too, Lamb of God Studio on Instagram for anybody listening. And I remember showing your work like in my Instagram story, like for Bridge Kids,
Mm-hmm.
and he was like, "Yo, these guys are actually hilarious. How'd you find this gem?" And I'm like, "Oh, these are just dudes I went to school with, and like they're making
That's
killer
very
content."
sweet.
Thank you, Fang Dangler.
Thank you, Fang Dangler. I'm gonna look up Lamb of God on my phone right now. Let's see what I see.
And Instagram, Lamb of God Studio, I think.
Lamb of God. Oh, this is just something called Lamb of God. Studio. Lamb of God Studio followed by yes.
Yep.
Oh wow. Wow. Very, very gritty. This is like Reservoir Dogs. I'm gonna give a like to the one that I think looks like Reservoir Dogs. Yeah.
You'll appreciate it.
Well, thank you. Cassandra Complex is an animated psychological horror action thriller.
Yeah, that he's been working on for a long time
I'll
in
be
his
waiting.
downtime. And I'm
I'll be
super
waiting for it,
excited.
yeah.
But yeah, no. Like everyone that I show your stuff to, everyone's like in agreement, like, yo, this is like sick, actually.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I mean, I don't. Everyone says it's underrated. I don't feel like it's underrated. I feel like we get a lot of love, and that it's really cool that everyone likes it so far.
Yeah.
We really haven't gotten enough hate. Honestly.
You know what? That's
Nothing has topped with the that one guy on the cartoon that that Mike made, and I helped out on. Before that, we got the comment like fucking, what was it? You're like
People like you.
yeah, there's a special there's a special spot in hell for pieces of shit such as yourself.
He gave me 0 stars. Kind of hurt.
Damn.
Yeah, I made a cartoon about a vet pedophile. He's a vet.
Oh, I remember that one. Yeah.
Yeah, my family didn't. Well, my sister liked it actually. But she thought it was funny. But the rest of my family didn't quite like it. Not one bit. I didn't think it was that controversial. I wasn't saying anything with it. It was just like a stupid cartoon.
It's a scenario. It's like a skit. Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, I think maybe I'm just too Gen Z for my family, and they're
It's just a cartoon about a fucking vet who fucking shoots a dog in the head and almost molests a little boy.
Yeah, but I made the little boy look like 30, so I didn't think it was that bad.
No, it's just like, I mean, people don't get the joke a lot of the time, or like they can't like see past the joke.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I can understand like family members not liking that.
Yeah.
I have not told my family about that one. I don't think that I still have any. I don't know if any of my family, like if my brothers are still listening or not. I hope that they never watched that cartoon.
It was a stepping stone for me. Like it was the first time I made something that was talky, like like a standard like adult cartoon, like where they talk and they don't really do much.
A talkie, I like that.
Yeah, like, and so it was my first time using rigs in Flash actually too.
Yeah.
And I don't know, yeah, it's not the best, but it was my first try at it. So I don't like take. If people think it sucks, I don't care. I don't take it personally because I don't like put all my fucking eggs in that basket. It's just like it was a progression. So but yeah, that guy didn't like it.
that one guy was like, pieces of shit like you. Yeah. He took it personally. He was like, man, it's just like,
you're fucking sick.
You would think he was the one that was molested by it.
Yeah. Tom likes it. So what are you saying about Tom? People like you.
What are you saying about the guys that run Newgrounds?
Yeah, they front paged it. It was bottom of the front page, so not visible on mobile. You need that top 6, really.
Yeah. You need top 6 for... I got things... I do wish that... I mean, they're trying. They're working very hard to, like, make it, like...
I have no complaints.
Yeah, we got put on 3rd.
We
got put on 3rd. That's the highest we've ever gotten for Bridge Kids, so we're happy with that. Very happy.
I have nothing but love for Mr. Tom Fulp and the Newgrounds team.
Yeah.
And I have nothing but love for everybody who loves Bridge Kids.
Yeah, if you like Bridge Kids, good. And also
nice.
consider Well, I don't want to whore it out.
Yeah,
You don't have.
The
If you want,
Patreon is
join the
the thing.
Patreon, but only if you want, and also if you have like enough money to do
Yeah,
so.
I say the
yeah,
same thing with my own stuff. It's just again, spend money if you got the money to spend, and if you want to help support a project, go ahead and do
Yeah,
it. I definitely think Bridge Kids deserves it. I became a patron today because I discovered they had a Patreon today because they don't
thank
do
you, thank you.
it's very
enough
sweet
of
of
a
you,
job to
Vance.
advertise it.
I know. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we try not to be annoying with it. I feel like this podcast we're making up for it, and just fucking all we're talking about is
We're being
giving us money.
we're being sluts for it today.
Yeah, so if
Yeah,
you're following, if you're giving anyone money on Patreon, consider if they deserve it more than us, and then unsub to them and give it to us, so that way you're actually not losing any money in overall.
Yeah.
yeah.
No, but again, I definitely genuinely think Bridge Kids deserves it. Anybody listening, either now or in the future, just like help support the project. The more support it gets, the more chances we can get more Bridge Kids coming soon.
Thank you.
Thank
And
you.
again, like I say this to everybody, it's just like if you want to see more of something, support the people that make the things because like that'll motivate them to like actually make more of the content. I mean, Bridge Kids is gonna be made no matter what, but it's just
Yeah.
you know
We love making it.
it's cool
But
if like you can do more.
we gotta, we kind of want to branch out to making, more merchandise than just stickers. So
Yeah,
we want
yeah.
to give back.
Right now we basically break even, all things considered. Maybe even lose a little because we pay our sound guys. So like, yeah, I mean, I don't want to be like a fucking terrorist holding a hostage here, but it's going to be like it's not like once we get more patrons rolling in, and then we can start having a website, like paying for the domain and paying for the upkeep, have a
Yeah.
website where we can put all the Bridge Kid stuff. We don't have to you don't have to be like fucking scouring the internet for me and Adam separately to get Bridge Kids content. Like we'll have one universal place to put it, which will be nice.
Yeah. I feel like
Um,
honestly we have no excuse to not like. I mean, even if it does cost money, I
yeah,
feel like we're long overdue of making a
that's
Bridge Kids
true. Yeah, we should
website.
probably get on that. Well, that'll be something to look forward to if you're a fan. And yeah, the
It'll have
merchandising and
interactive layout, interactive layout. There'll be Easter eggs.
oh, and I
Um,
forgot because I said this when we were talking in the pre-show, but Laura, my girlfriend, she's crocheting a fugger. There's a little fugger crocheted doll, and it's gonna fucking look hideous and disgusting, just like he is. It's gonna be handcrafted. It's gonna be nice. Okay, she's very talented. Um, but yeah, if you want to be entered in to potentially win this, even if you fucking hate Bridge Kids, if you just want a crocheted doll, uh,
Make it a voodoo doll.
yeah, yeah. Join our Patreon, and we're gonna do a raffle. One of the patrons will get this crocheted project whenever it's done. I don't want to put too much pressure on her, but it'll be done in like a few months, probably a month or two. I don't know. Um, but yeah, if you're a patron, the amount you donate will be your number of tickets in this raffle. So if you're a $10 patron, that's 10 chances to win. $5 patron, that's 5 chances, and a $1, that's 1 chance to win. So if that interests you, the Fugger doll's on the table, and she'll probably make more for other characters if this is like a big hit with people. I don't know.
Yeah. Again, if you guys want a chance, and if you want to join the Bridge Kids Discord, it is
Yes.
$5 on the Patreon to join the Discord. I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and we do those monthly streams in there. You can, if you even just want a commission from me, I draw in there and I just openly take commissions for whoever wants to join in the streams. So it's another way to, I don't know, have fun, talk to people, get
Get
Yeah.
your
We also we haven't done too much of it recently, but I plan on doing a little bit more now that this episode's done. But we also have for the $5 tier and up. is like we have a little bonus content. John made a little Mo rap song. Um, I'm thinking of uploading
Arby's freestyle. Yeah.
yeah. I did the Arby's freestyle. I'm thinking of uploading like outtakes, reels, because there really is like so much audio that goes unused for each episode. It would be nice to share some of you know, some little bonus rambles. Um, but yeah, we're doing all kinds of cool shit for you guys.
And more in the future. So again,
Yes.
Bridge Kids on Patreon. No space, Bridge Kids. And you can find them straight on Patreon. If you're on Newgrounds, the Patreon links are right there underneath every single one of their animations. And yeah, no, this has been a really good show. Thank you,
Yeah,
Mike,
thank
and
you.
thank you, Adam, for joining and like, dropping wisdom for like animating, producing something. And I hope like a lot of people like, take some inspiration from both of you because like, it's not impossible to make an animated series or like a little short. It's just you got to like, put your foot in the grindstone.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you. Yeah,
Thanks for having us.
that is. I agree with you on the last part. It's like I don't know. It's just if you want to make something, then make it.
Yeah, put in the work
Uh,
and it'll be
yeah,
there. But
yeah.
yeah,
I mean, if you like it, it won't even feel like work.
exactly.
Uh, yeah,
But
but yeah, thank you. It means a lot to us having us
Yeah,
on
it's
your
been a
show.
good show.
Yeah, this has been a lot of
Thanks for
fun.
having us, and thanks for promoting us.
yeah,
Yeah,
no problem. If you guys again want to come in the future, just let me know and I'll set something up.
yeah.
Cool.
I'd love to. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, you might be hearing from us the next time we're about to upload, or the very same day we're about to upload again.
Yeah, yeah,
Just like what happened with today. But yeah,
yeah.
thank you guys. I'm going to sign off right now. This has been Radio Graffiti, episode 11. Adios, amigos.
Auf Wiedersehen.